All right. So hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Hopefully everybody can hear me all right. Please let me know how I sound. I'm using headphones tonight. How do I sound, guys? Uncle Bull, how you doing this evening? So I'm using my phone when I'm streaming. So I cheat and I'm looking directly at the screen in the camera for the comments. I'm actually using my laptop today because I wanted to use StreamYard and have a couple of you guys, if you were available to help me out and or wanted to join on the live stream. So in order to do that, I had to use my laptop. So the comments are in a different place than I'm used to looking at. Hey Brian, how you doing this evening? Victor, hopefully you can hear me. Two pulls on the chain if you can hear me. Well, actually it's probably on the far left. Big Reggie Reg, what's going on? How you doing? Uh And Time Shift TS. I don't know if you're still here, but if you are, obrigado. Time Shift, and I'm gonna learn Portuguese. He comments only in Portuguese, and I've asked him if he spoke English, and he's like pretty much no. So all of his comments are in Portuguese. So I have to do the whole Google Translate thing in order to get on. Grumpus, how you doing this evening? Grumpus, you feel like talking? You wanna if you shoot me an email address, I can shoot you a link to the StreamYard. You could join me. I My uncle said he was going to stop by. My uncle Calvin. I don't know where he is. He's supposed to be here. He's supposed to be my technological advanced uncle as well. So he's probably having technical problems. Maybe I'll send him a reminder like, you 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 gonna join the stream? What? Anthony. All right. Well, hopefully you only have to go into Lowe's one time. What's going on, Justin? How you doing this evening? Uncle Calvin. Do. I'm asking him if he's asleep. How's everybody doing this evening? Like I said, hopefully you can hear me okay. I'm using my headphones just because I wanted to try to avoid some of the feedback. When I found in the past using my laptop, sometimes there's feedback. David, how you doing this evening? I'm like, there was a famous David Collier, but it's I think it's David Collier. Anyway, it's just weird the setup because I'm looking and I feel like I'm looking at myself because I'm on the screen. So this is StreamYard. Anyway. All right. But doesn't that Matthew McConaughey? Taste tester number one is in the kitchen. He's seeming to try to be quiet, and then he makes a whole bunch of noise. Drew, how you doing this evening? Look, so tonight I'm drinking coffee. I don't know about you, but I was up late last night and early this morning. I had to get up and go to work. George, how you doing? From Austin, Texas, he says. Madwood, what's going on? Terry, how you doing this evening? Oh, I'm on top of the world, man. I'm on top of the world. Cooking 1.5. How you doing this evening? Birdman hand rub. All right. Well, usually I, say hello to everybody for about 5-10 minutes, but we have a pretty decent crowd in here tonight. Uh, Brian said he was up late as well. Yep. So one of the things that I'm noticing about StreamYard, the comments are even more delayed. So I'm just going to apologize now. I'm going to try to stay on top of the comments, but we will have to see. Hey, uh, all right, no problem. Uh, my uncle, I guess what's up, Chef Orel? Uh, uh, my uncle said uh, uh, my uncle said he ran out of energy. If anybody wants to join me on the live stream, here, this is what I'll do. If anybody wants to join me on a live stream, shoot me an email, and we can talk. We can shoot the breeze. But other than that, Big Lou, how you doing this evening? Lou Calamatas, what's going on? Smoking Bears, dude. That tri-tip soup, sir. You got me thinking. I have some tri-tip up in the freezer, and I have a freezer upstairs, and it's up in the freezer. And I was like, ooh, that could be good. But my wife has also been talking about making some sausage. But we are like, we don't really have any meat to really make sausage out of. But if we make some sausage with the tri-tip, because it's very lean, I have some brisket fat left over. I don't know. We'll have to see if we can get that worked out. All right. Well, if anybody shoots me an email, I can send you the link, and you can join me on the live stream. Jesse says, "What food from Houston? What's good?" I'm like, I don't know what food we talking about. Jesse, it's all good. Time shift. What's up? Toto bem. He's like, I'm flexing my Portuguese. I don't, very little. And I apologize. One of the things I'm realizing with the StreamYard is because I'm streaming out to StreamYard and then it's pushing to YouTube, the comments are even more delayed. So when you guys say hi, it's not me. I promise it's not me. Not this time. Uh Todo bem. Okay. Obrigado. All right. So let's see. Da, 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 da. Give me a second, Grumpus. I will get this queued up and I will get it to you. And then what I'll do is I'll kind of try and have a database of email addresses for you guys. And if I have your email address, then I might be able to um what is it? I might be able to just send you an email when and or if we wanted to, do this again. So no problem, Steven. I appreciate you definitely willing to pop on and hang out. Plus, I would actually like to talk to you about some sauces from the Caribbean. I mean, for real, because your sauces different from my sauces. For real. For real. But yeah, just like I said, if you guys want to join, if you have the ability to join, shoot me an email and I'll send you the link. I'm trying to keep on top of. I got a couple different windows and other things open going on. But all you have to do is let me know. All right. So I guess we're about 10 minutes in. So let's talk about sauces. What exactly is a sauce? All right. What is a sauce? What is a sauce to you? All right. So looking on Wikipedia, the definition of a sauce. So it says in cooking, a sauce is a liquid, a cream, or semi-solid food served on or used in pertaining other foods. Most sauces are not commonly consumed by themselves. They add flavor, moisture, and visual appeal to a dish. And then it goes on to talk about sauces, a French word taken from the Latin salsa, meaning salted. Possibly the oldest recorded European sauce is garum, the fish sauce used by the ancient Romans. Blah blah blah. All right. Sauces need a liquid component. Sauces are an essential element in cuisine all over the world. Sauces may be used for sweet or savory dishes. They may be prepared or served cold, like mayonnaise, prepared cold but served lukewarm, like pesto, cooked and served warm, like bechamel, or cooked and served cold like applesauce. Some of those things I would never even have contemplated or thought that they would be considered sauces. But a mayonnaise is a sauce. I mean, condiments, ketchup is a sauce, mustard is a sauce. I mean, yeah. So Terry says he defines sauce as a flavor enhancer. All right. What's up, Mike? How you doing? He says sauce is defined as blasphemy in Texas. Leave it to be. But you know what, B? Look what I pulled out right here. You know what this is? I know you know what this is. And I want to thank Grumpus for sending this to me. Where you at, Grumpus? Phil restaurants mastic grades by drenching it in sauces. Well, you might be right, Lou. um One of the things, or the thing to me, is I honestly like, you go to a steak restaurant, don't put A1 on the table for me. A big jar blasphemy. Out of here with that. Don't put a bottle of A1 in front of me. Don't do that. I want you to be confident in your steak that it's going to taste fine. What's up, Jimmy? Um, I want you to be confident in your steak that it's going to taste fine and you don't need to add anything to it. Now, I'll be completely honest. I use A1 on burgers more than I do on actual steak. And that's because burger is, ground. It's, not minced, but it's ground. And sometimes you just need a little bit more flavor, a little bit extra flavor. So, yeah. Jimmy, how you doing this evening? I'm not drinking tonight because I was up late last night, and I'm not even gonna start thinking about the Y word because it'll happen. I'm just chilling. But I have a few different examples of sauces sitting next to me and near me. So when we talk about different things, hopefully I'll be able to pull something out of my hat. So Mike says heading to New Mexico to an Indian reservation for a delivery. All right. That sounds like what's up. Like a food delivery, or like a you out working, doubling on Amazon delivery. But definitely that's what's up. Hey, here, look, I'll do this. If anyone wants to join me on the live stream, I'm using StreamYard tonight. So if you want to join me on the stream, you can shoot me an email, and then uh I'll send you the link to the stream, and you can join us, and you can be a part. So, Papa Bear's Kitchen, that is Justin. He says, are you offended when someone puts sauce on your food? My wife puts Red Rooster on everything before she tastes it. So, my only thing is this. I try to implore people to taste it first, but there are those people, and we all know somebody like that. My kids, they do the same thing. It's like, listen, you don't have to put a sauce on everything, but that's what they, it's like, what's that? Oh, it's like eating. In order to eat, I have to use a fork. In order to eat, they have to use a sauce. I don't agree with that 100%, but there are some things that I know, yo, I really want to put some hot sauce on some fish. Okay. I might want to put some hot sauce on some chicken wings. Depends if they're, fried. It's just certain things that the sauces go with, you know, something else. It's a peas and carrots type thing. But not everything. Not everything deserves a sauce. Not everything deserves a sauce. That's for daggone sure. And if you missed it, my email is in the chat. If you see my email, if you shoot me email, and you're able to, you want to join me on the live stream, you can. I'll send you the link. Smoking Russ says make it right, and you don't need sauce. Agreed. Um, Lou says I definitely think sauces have their place, but some things just don't need it. You're absolutely correct. But the problem is this. I feel like sometimes people push sauces on folks too much. And then one of the other things, certain cuisines, they're nothing but sauce, right? French cuisine, like probably 75-80% is sauces on what you're cooking. You have your a lot of Indian food, Indian cuisine, same thing. A lot of sauces on everything you're cooking. Now, those sauces can be derivative of old school means of cooking that aren't necessarily needed anymore. I'm not a big sauce guy. Every now and again, I will add some barbecue sauce. Speaking of which, the guys at Pit Patriots hooked me up. They sent me some of this all American barbecue sauce, and I was eating it tonight. I had on some chicken tenders, and I still am. It's actually pretty. Look, I got freaking stuff in my beard now. Let me try to fish this. I'm looking in the mirror, so it's on camera. It's a little difficult. Um, but this stuff here is actually pretty good. I've seen Todd cook with it as well. He made like a flatbread pizza, but I just poured it on top of the tenders. Mike says it depends on my mood. If I want any sauce, I put my sauce on the side. If they want it, they can use it. Carlos says, "Good evening, my good people. Hopefully, we are okay." The stream cut out on my side for a quick second. All right, just double checking. Carlo, how are you doing this evening? Any other takers on the link for the stream? All right. Yeah, so Pit Patriots, they sent me a few different things, and I haven't done a video on these things yet, just because the way my schedule is is. But this is the founder's favorite wing sauce, is what it says. And I actually tried it on some of the chicken tenders, and there's a lot of vinegar in here. I'm not the biggest fan of vinegar, so as soon as I tasted it, it was a little bit, I won't say jarring, but it caught me off guard. I'm not the biggest vinegar fan, but yeah. Let's see. Carlos says he's not going to complain. He is planning his next cook. Justin says, "Is au jus a sauce, or by the definition, does it have to have stuff added?" So, to me, jus would technically be a sauce. Now here's I don't want to say a pet peeve, but I used to say au jus, but the literal translation of au jus is with juice. So if you have a cup, you don't have a cup of au jus, a cup with juice. You have a cup of the juice. So a cup of jus. So usually whenever you hear me talk about it, I just say jus for that reason. Not for nothing. It's just I think we kind of it's one of those things where we put that because it's in a different language, you're adding an extra word for no reason. So it's just the jus from the brisket. Or the jus from whatever it is, because it doesn't have to be brisket. And I do, Terry, think it would be considered a sauce. Brian says he makes a damn good sauce, but it's always on the side. All right, my wife is Thai and cooks everything with fish, oyster, or mushroom sauce. Actually, let's see. I think I have some. This is a sauce. It's a mustard. So rice wine vinegar would be more of a marinade. This is a teriyaki glaze. I thought it was a rice or orange sauce. I thought there was some sort of like fish sauce in here. Maybe I'm just thinking of another bottle I picked up recently. Roasted sesame sauce. Anyway, that's some of the stuff that Meigs sent me. Yeah, Matt Wood agrees. Terry says jus will be considered a sauce. Let's see what's new barbecue. How you doing this evening, Kenneth? I definitely think sauce has to be has its place, but not on some things. It's just not needed. Correct, right? You know, it's just not needed. Oh wait, here we go. No, this is citrus dressing. It says I thought there was some sort of fish sauce he put in that box, but maybe not. Anyway, to me, it sounds like someone is sneezing when they say "Ashu." Ashu. Ashu. Mm, this is straight coffee tonight. This is my coffee from this morning. I didn't finish it. Um, hopefully everybody voted. All right. Da, da, da. Ah, gosh. So what else is going on now? So what are some of your favorite and least favorite sauces? I guess my least favorite sauce is any sauce that has mushrooms in it. Like I'm not a real big mushroom fan, and I was talking about the French cooking. A lot of the French cooking has, and I feel like usually you can see my hands when I'm talking because I talk with my hands, right? If y'all been around long enough, y'all know I talk with my hands. But a lot of the French cooking, there's a lot of, I don't necessarily mind the wine, but I'm not that big of a mushroom fan. Uh, but to each his own. Everybody likes what they like. But what are your some favorite sauce? uh, no, I didn't just sneeze. I just that was intentional. Roll Tide, man. How you doing this evening? All right. Lou says he's a big chimichurri fan. Terry says his favorite is Tabasco. All right. So, mm-mm. Technically, though, well, because we talked about last week, we talked about marinades. So, a marinade, or one of the things about a marinade is its acidity. Is the Tabasco, because of the vinegar and the acidity, is it technically a marinade or is it a sauce? I mean, I know they call it a hot sauce, but one of the distinctions was acid. I don't know. Mike says overly salty sauce. All right. Okay, I guess what you don't like is overly salty sauce. Rufus Teague and Little Lily Q's. What's that? Maestro's hot sauce? Why do I feel like I've heard of that before? Or I've seen that. All right, Lusa Sriracha is definitely a go-to. So how about my wife ordered this Sriracha salt? So any of your wives big fans of Zulily? Okay. Any of your wives fans just like comment mine down below. So my wife was ordering something from Zulily and she was a few bucks short of getting some sort of like next level discount or something. And she found the Sriracha salt. Yo, this Sriracha salt is so good. It's freaky good. Like it's crazy. Like I hear Taste Tester number one laughing in the background. Uh no, Kevin, I have not tried that truffle sauce. Um I have not tried it yet, but I have seen those ads for it, and I do actually want to try some of it. Uh, Terry says to him it's the sauce. I don't marinate my eggs. Um, mm, so Victor says he's driving tonight, like normal. Like I said, Victor, hunk. He says he's driving tonight, but he might be able to be home for the lives in the future. So I hope you keep on doing the lives with the viewers. With viewers on the view. Sure. I don't have a problem doing it. It's a little more difficult for me doing the StreamYard thing because there's a few more moving parts and pieces. But if we can garner the attention and if you guys want to join me to help me talk about whatever it is I'm going to talk about, then I can set up a list of folks that I'll send you the link, and if you want to join me, then you can join me on a live stream. I mean, I think the back and forth conversation is very helpful. Speaking of very helpful, and speaking of the Rudy sauce, hold up, we have
There you
the
go.
man himself, Grumpus on fire. Look, can we? I mean, that's just like product placement and like sticker shout outs. So Grumpus, let me try to catch up on the comments. Give me 1 second, and then we can ask you. We're gonna
That's all
put
right.
you in the hot seat,
I got a
and we're going to
feedback.
talk.
I got to work out.
All right. Can you hear me? Okay, though.
Yes, I've
All
got a
right.
delay.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. And I've realized there's a delay in the comments, so there might also be a delay with the stream. Oh, if you're watching it on your computer from the live stream on YouTube, you need to mute it. All right. Mike says we make our own barbecue sauce to control the sugar intake. All right. Keep shiny side up, Mike says. Yes, D. Where's KC? He's a StreamYard guy. I'm not sure. Grumpus and his mic works. Yes. B Feline says I'm a new subscriber. Love your content. Can you point me towards a no sugar added vinegar North Carolina type sauce? Well, for the most part, most North Carolina sauces are like high vinegar and not much salt. Like maybe a little bit of salt, but me and North Carolina sauces do not get together. I'm like oil and vinegar. I don't do the whole vinegar thing. That's just not my style, unfortunately. So I can't help you 100% there. Pat Conti, how you doing? Chopping and grilling with KC. How you doing this evening? Uh Lou says, "Hey Grumpus, you figured it out yet? You get it figured out, Grumpus? Doesn't look like it." Yeah, so Mike says be feline, you can find some on Google. But being feline, that feline might not be able to Google. Pat, I'm good. KC says, "What's my style?" I really growing up in Philadelphia, like I told you guys this before. Growing up, barbecue to me was, or when things were barbecued, they were drenched in barbecue sauce. That was the definition of barbecue. It's not actually the method of cooking. It was just having barbecue sauce on it made it barbecue. So growing up and in, like I said, in Philadelphia, when my mom made barbecue chicken, it was chicken in the oven with barbecue sauce on it. So to me, that was barbecue chicken. As I've gotten older and as I've grown up, I've learned that barbecue is actually the method of cooking and not a sauce you put on it. All right, so we lost Grumpus. Hopefully, he'll be back soon. If anybody else wants to join me on the live stream, let me know. I can shoot you the email address, or I'll shoot you the email address, and then I can send you the link. Oh, all right, let's see. Grumpus or Victor, hopefully Grumpus will be back. He said he was having some audio issues when he first logged on, so hopefully he can figure those out or work those out and come on back and join us. Smoking Rub says I don't add sugar to my vinegar sauce. I do use a bit of honey. I mean, six in one hand, half a dozen in the other. Sweetener is sweetener. I won't say sugar is sugar, but sweetener is sweetener. How about that? Mike says my stepdad thought barbecue was extremely burnt ribs, chicken, and burgers, or anything that went on the gas grill. So I was lucky growing up. We didn't have a gas grill. No, we didn't. We had a charcoal grill. It was a It was a cheapy, one of those rectangular ones that you can get from Walmart for like $25. It was green though. I do remember it was green, and I can't remember what brand it was. But I used to cook on that, just like hot dogs and hamburgers. Not all the time either. When my mom moved out of Philadelphia and she moved to where she lives now, just in Delaware County, Pennsylvania, she did get a gas grill, and I spent a decent amount of time cooking on the gas grill, but that was like the extent of the gas grills that I owned when I was younger. I won't say a kid, when I was younger. And then, of course, when my wife and I bought a house, she did not want to always have to rely on me to cook everything on the grill. She wanted to cook out some things as well. So I bought her propane grills. And I think in the 15 years we've been in this house, she has had 3 or 4 gas grills. So I think she's on grill number 4 right now. So I mean, I get upgraded, she gets upgraded. But yeah. Terry says I tried a gas grill one time, burnt the burgers so bad, dog wouldn't eat them. I mean, so can you put a sauce, or could you have saved the burgers with some sauce, Terry? Like says hockey pucks. Well, maybe a sauce would have helped the hockey pucks, Terry. I mean, come on, and inquiring minds want to know: could you have saved the uh the burgers with some sauce? He says no. I don't believe you. Maybe some A1. A1 probably would have done the trick, I'm sure. Uh, let's see. All right. Da-da-da-da-da. We got a taker. I'm going to send the link. Hopefully you can join me, sir. Anybody else wants to join on the live stream, and actually this next guest, or when they pop on, they might actually have some decent insight. Have you collabed with anybody? I did some collaborations in the past. The problem with me is my schedule. When I film things, it doesn't necessarily work well with collaborations, because somebody be like, I'm filming a video today that I'm going to post on Saturday. I film stuff 2 to 3 weeks in advance. So if I'm cooking something today, you won't see it. Like, I cooked something a month ago and that video still hasn't gone live. That was supposed to be the video for tomorrow, but I'm having issues. This is why I film things in advance. I film things in advance so that if I have an issue with the video, I'm not stuck and I'm not pressed on and not able to get a video out. So that's why I film, videos in advance, or I will take a single video and I'll break it into multiple parts. So that gives me time to get some other things done. If I don't have any cooks going on that particular week, if I just want to hurry up and cook something for my family and I don't want to film it, I can do that too. Smoking Rub says rehydrate is a good use for sauce. Yes. Mr. Richard, how you doing this evening? So Mr. Richard, actually thought about you because I was going to hit you up. I am taking Thanksgiving orders, so I don't know if you wanted anything for Thanksgiving. If you could send me a text message and let me know if you wanted something. Let's see, Chef.
What's Gucci?
How you doing, my man?
Fucking exhausted. Oh, I cursed.
That's all right.
Good, that's how exhausted I am.
Where in the world are you, sir?
I moved to Las Vegas in July.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so you are in Vegas currently. I mean, just because you moved to Vegas doesn't mean you are in Vegas.
No, I full-blown moved to Vegas. We had from April to July while we were stranded in Dubai to figure out where we wanted to live next.
All right.
So we did some research for about 3 to 4 months.
Yes.
And yeah, it seems like the place to be that's actually getting back to normal as far as hospitality goes.
Okay. Well, I mean, Vegas is, going to be, and I've seen a lot of folks in Vegas doing Vegas things. the folks from California that they're like, man, we got to get the heck up out of Dodge and go somewhere.
Everyone I've met and talked, chopped up about, food and kind of the industry, they're all from California. They
Yeah.
just moved here. They all just moved here, like
Oh,
between May and July.
kind of. Oh, so they're trying to kind of get away from all of that stuff.
Yeah, they're getting out of California. There's ample space here, and
Okay,
yeah, there's quite a few investors as well that are just trying to open up new and original concepts.
that's
And
what's
strangely
up.
enough, those investors are based out of California, and they're trying to open more stuff here throughout
All that venture
Nevada.
capital money, man.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. I'm checking the comments. So Mike says, do you and the kids like barbecue sauces? We do like sauces, but I'll be completely honest with you, Mike. I'm going to try it, and if we don't like it, we might not use a whole bunch of it. But that's the thing. I do try them actually. So I told you guys that Pit Patriot sent me some barbecue sauce, and I haven't done a video on it. And also this is a Founder's favorite wing sauce. This is a heavy vinegar sauce, or there's a lot of vinegar in it, and it was a little not my. I'm not a big vinegar guy. So Chef Arel, like, do you make your own sauces? I know you. So how about this? Why don't you take a moment to tell everyone who you are, what you do, because there's a lot of folks that don't know who you are, um, and just kind of 30-second elevator pitch, who you are and what you've done, and then we can kind of bring it full circle and we'll ask you some questions about sauces. How about that?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm just the barbecue guy. I call myself a smoked meat enthusiast, and I've tried my best to spread my passion and my skill set as far as I can around the world. I mean, specifically the American style of barbecue, and then in that subsector, I can delve in a little more and zero in on the Texas style of barbecue, because
All
that's
right.
kind of what I've been indoctrinated by at the beginning of my career more than anything. My dad's from Memphis, though. He's a
Okay.
Memphis barbecue guy.
And you grew up
Um,
where?
I grew up in New York.
All right. I know I knew that, but I'm baiting you.
Yeah, I
All
grew up
right.
in New York, and yeah, my dad was born in Memphis in 1929, so
Jeez.
he yeah, he's seen it all, and he's been around to kind of see where barbecue's gone in Memphis and in that style of barbecue. So I was
All
highly
right.
influenced by that as a kid, but when I got into the more commercial side of things, I mean, I just fell in love with the Texas style of barbecue, which ultimately, you know, kind of shies away from the sauce.
Yes, indeed. I agree, but you know what though? You will have and or you will be presented with sauce at in Texas at
Yeah,
Texas
absolutely.
barbecue spots, but it is not on everything. It is on the side, and
Right.
you can make your own choice whether you're going to use it or not.
And I guess having that I don't know, that scrutiny towards sauce, it's caused a lot of the newer generation of pitmasters, like my a good friend of mine, Evan Leroy. He operates Leroy and Lewis Barbecue. You guys might have actually come across Chuds. Him and Chuds are actually good friends. They work together. Chuds is like, I think Homeboy interviewed him recently. Um, anyway, they're like working on crazy sauces, like beet based barbecue sauces, and it
Can
sounds
you
kind
see my face?
it sounds kind of out there, but I am actually tempted to try it. And
Oh,
the sauces
so
that I do create are definitely vinegar based. But like in Dubai, I did this.
so I was getting there. I wanted you to. I'm trying to extrapolate. All right, so I Chef Arel found my channel, and I went back and looked at his channel because he's an American living in, or he was an American living in Dubai cooking barbecue. And if you don't know, Dubai is a Muslim country. How many? What was the percentage of Muslims there in Dubai?
Well, here's the thing about Dubai. Dubai is as westernized as as a city as New York or London. I
Okay,
was in London before I was in Dubai.
all
So the
right,
funny thing is, when I got to Dubai, all the people I met initially were American and British.
okay,
Yeah. Um, but yeah, it's definitely an expat city. It's
okay.
something like 80% of the people there are not from there. So
Wow.
yeah, it's a tourist hub. So
Okay.
any
Now, do a
any
lot of those people go to Dubai kind of on vacation and then they just stay?
No, you're definitely gonna. I mean, to stay there, you're definitely gonna have to have a job arranged already, or
Okay.
at least be sponsored by somebody if you want to be an entrepreneur and open your own business. You're
Mm.
not just gonna like. I don't know. Here's the thing: like America, like we have our gripes with immigration,
Yes.
but the entire world is nearly impossible to get a job. It's just like get in there and live there. Like
Yeah.
the immigration stipulations are insane, especially in the UK.
Okay.
Like if you're not
So,
paying thousands of dollars to get a visa, then you're gonna definitely be going through the ringer trying to find a sponsor.
all right. So let's see. I got a couple of people in the chat I want to acknowledge. We have Laura from Cypress Blue. How you doing? She's like, "Who's the other guy?" That is Chef Orel. So the whole thing is, Laura. I put it out there that if you were able to and you wanted to, I have a link for the StreamYard, and you can join me on the StreamYard. I see Kent here. Kent, I know Kent is a StreamYard veteran. If you want to join me, shoot me an email. Hold on, I'll post it. Um, I should probably save that. Yeah, if you shoot me an email, I will send you the link. I just kind of decided to do this StreamYard thing today, just cause I figured maybe other folks might have input about sauces. So I was asking Chef Arel about some of his sauces that he made while he was working in Dubai, which is where I cut him off. So Chef, please continue.
Yeah, I couldn't avoid um, going about having a sauce, especially one that worked with wings, which people are
Okay.
obsessed with there.
So
And
is it just because I mean it's chicken or is it just because they were wings?
because they were wings, I mean,
Okay.
every commercial wing chain that's in America is there.
Ah, okay.
So restaurants, it doesn't matter whether it's in a 4-star hotel or 5-star hotel. Well, here's the thing about Dubai. Generally speaking, all of the eateries or well-established or most profitable ones are associated with a hotel because hotels also have the alcohol license. It's mandatory for you to operate through a hotel in order to serve alcohol.
Okay. And the alcohol is limited.
No, you go to a
It's
hotel, you
not?
can get blackface drunk if you want. It's
Oh, all right. Now
and
is the
then
alcohol consumption higher or lower than it would be in the States or only places where you can get alcohol through hotels? So
I mean,
does that make it
everybody
kind
at
of
that hotel is
taboo?
there on vacation, so they're trying to have a great
Ah,
time. Yeah,
okay.
yeah, they go
So
in.
is it more the tourists that are drinking or because I mean I'm pretty sure in Islam alcohol is frowned upon.
Yeah, but it's Dubai. I think people mesh Dubai and Saudi in the same pool. It's in the
Okay.
UAE. It's a completely different country with completely different laws.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there are stipulations. Like, in order to commercially buy alcohol, you have to get a special license, um,
Okay.
which
Yeah, I
depends on your
remember
income. It depends on kind of approval from your employer. I've known a
before you
couple
can
people.
buy it.
Yeah, there's government run liquor stores,
Oh well, I
which
mean
don't look or feel like liquor stores because the government owns it. So you're going
that's
there with a special license that you have to pay for annually to commercially
okay.
buy alcohol. Yeah,
Oh, commercially buy. I missed that the first time. I'm like, I can't just go into a liquor store and buy liquor.
you can buy liquor in duty free. I mean, that's what most people do.
So do you have to go to the airport and buy it and then like
Yeah, but at the airport you can buy whatever, however many cases of beer and wine and whatever you want, and bring it back to your hotel. Just don't go flashing it around because you actually don't have a license. You need that license to actually transport it and move it around. Yeah.
How long did you live in Dubai? Because you sound to have it figured out.
Well,
You
3
seem like
years.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. B says this the same in Qatar.
Yeah. And I'm
Mm,
actually looking at going to Qatar, between Qatar and Bahrain, because there's another market out there for American barbecue, and a lot of people looking to invest in getting something off the ground there. And Qatar is nearly back to normal, even more normal than Las Vegas right now.
really?
Yeah,
Wow.
because people still party there. See,
Yeah.
Dubai depends on tourism from around the world, from the entire world to come to them, whereas
Okay.
Qatar, not Qatar,
Is
Bahrain has Qatar on one side and Saudi on the other side, and people kind of come to that middle point. It's an island to
huh.
have a good time.
Not only am I learning about sauces, I'm getting a geography lesson. Thank you,
But
chef.
sauces, yes. In Dubai, I could not. In Dubai, I could not avoid sauce, and I tried not to put sauce on as much food as possible.
You like how I brought that back full circle, didn't you?
Yeah, I would have short ribs,
Okay.
just like beautiful short ribs, and the first thing the guests do is just they grab a bottle of sauce and blah, it's right all over it. So I started making some of my sauce a little spicier and a little more vinegar to kind of deter people, but they were just like
it doesn't matter.
They adapted.
Give me another cup of water, please.
Yeah, but no, for the most part, I was just roasting some garlic, not too much fennel, but some fennel and onion, roasting it, boiling it in vinegar, pureeing it, and then get my tomato base going with it. And some dark brown sugar, and just kept it simple like that. Then I started adding some chili flakes.
I was about to say, where'd the heat come from?
Yeah, I started adding some chili flakes. I also started adding some jolokia, the ghost pepper puree.
Okay, thank you. Because I was like,
yeah, I mean, jolokia has a sweeter note. Even the Carolina Reaper, it has almost a fruity smell to it.
Yeah, I've seen people eat the Carolina Reaper, and if you saw Sean Evans and Klaus when they ate the Carolina Reaper, and Klaus was like, "Oh, it's very fruity," and then he like dies.
It is very fruity. It's very fruity. It's not sweet up front, but I mean, you definitely get the aromatics.
Because I mean, technically, isn't a pepper a fruit?
And I mean, sure.
It's not. Is it fruit or is it vegetable? I can't remember what the designation is.
I don't know. Someone's gonna probably
maybe
seeds.
All right. What's the difference between the fruit and the vegetable? I know one has to do with the. I know it's something about the seeds and the.
It's something about the seeds.
All right. So let's see. Papa Bear's Kitchen, as Justin says, sauces have to be cooked in. Nothing worse than sloppy wet sauce and Q. Makes me think they're covering something up. Sometimes, Justin, is not necessarily that they're covering something up. Somebody said it earlier. It's a means of rehydration. Sometimes I know that when I would do chickens, I would do whole chickens. I use the sauce to help rehydrate the skin, because if I'm cooking chicken in the smoker at the same time as I'm cooking brisket, I can't necessarily cook the chicken at a high enough temperature to crisp the chicken, if you understand what I'm saying. So I would use the sauce to help rehydrate the chicken skin. Victor says pepper is a fruit, or peppers are a fruit. So
it's funny, out of all of the peppers, the spicy peppers are the one that are giving our note the indication that it's a fruit right up front. So it's inviting you to screw yourself over.
Yeah, right. But I mean, maybe that's why the deer ate my jalapenos, because they're a fruit to the deer,
Yeah. Or maybe they're also immune to the Scoville. I don't know.
Maybe, because you can't really ask a deer, "Hey, how does that taste?" I don't know though. It's one of those things. You know how they say you are what you eat. Does a deer then get spicy? Does deer meat get spicy?
Yeah.
Ask that dude deer meat for dinner. He might know.
Well, we know herb-fed chicken. That works. So
really,
yeah. Herb-fed chickens are awesome.
Wow.
Expensive, but they're awesome.
I mean, what types of herbs would you feed that chicken? Like just dried herbs, or?
Yeah, you can feed them a medley. Chickens will pluck at anything that's put in front of them or mixed with their normal feed. So these herb-fed chickens, they're being fed like basil, rosemary, thyme, and yeah, they are what they eat. It resonates within the breast meat more than the leg meat. But
wow,
yeah,
that's like freaking the difference between grain-fed and grass-fed cows.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting, sir. All right. Well, so what have you had to adapt or modify the things that you've cooked in the UAE to things that you're cooking in Vegas? And are you commercially cooking right now, or are you kind of just
There's
getting.
something in the works, but I got to keep it. I got to keep it pretty low profile right now. And
That's
again,
why
like I said, I might end up in December. I might end up in Bahrain or Qatar.
Okay.
Even though we just got here, it feels like. But I kind of got to follow the demand. I knew that in 2015, if I stayed in New York was becoming insanely oversaturated with barbecue restaurants. And I mean, there are really good barbecue restaurants, but it lost its freshness. In 2006, there was like a big boom.
Yep.
And then by 2015, it was just like everywhere you turned, there was a barbecue restaurant. So then when I heard that London was trying to get on that train, I was like, I gotta get over there. I gotta get in that. And I got an opportunity to join a really awesome hospitality group that pretty much gave me a lot of free range to
So, do you work for a hospitality group, or are you kind of like your own? Like, how does what you do work? If you
well,
don't
I mean,
mind me asking.
well, I guess after I left New York, I became an executive chef for this hospitality group in the UK.
Okay.
And there were 3 locations, and juggling them was insane because they were technically the same restaurant, but each one had a different amount of space and a different type of smoker just to accommodate the space. So I was working with J&Rs in one. Then we had the Myron Mixon H2Os in Canary Wharf, which is the newer location. And I convinced them to gut those and get some Old Hickories in there.
So you didn't like the Myron Mixon smokers?
Nah. And there's nothing against Myron Mixon. There's a time and a place and a season for all things. But for what we were cranking out, the amount we were cranking out, and these were really big Myron Mixon H2Os. These had 5 carousels and all that. And it was crazy because they had like a digital iPad like on the front of them. Like they were modified like crazy, but they were really just steaming all the food. All the rub was just like just falling off.
Huh.
Yeah, so I got the Old Hickory CTO double wides in there. I got 3 of those in there, and we kept the J&Rs in one location, and the other location had like a pellet smoker.
All right, so I'm trying to keep up here because I don't do commercial abbreviations. What's J&R?
Oh, J&R smokers. They're those electric smokers. I think they have a couple models. It's like there's a big boy with just the racks. There's a carousel one. They'll pretty much make anything custom for you. But yeah, J&R, just another smoker company. And then you have Old Hickory, and you have who else? Who's another big boy?
Southern Pride,
yeah. But
so
Southern
I've
Pride
heard
and
of
Old Hickory are very
those.
similar.
I've just never heard of J&R. Maybe I have, and like I said, it could be the acronym that's throwing me off, and maybe it's just whatever. All right, so let's see. Victor says it's fruit. Chopping the KC says it agrees. That's gonna be a spicy deer. Mike says a chicken will eat a chicken. Sure enough, they will eat anything.
Yeah, I remember I used to watch on the weekends. I used to watch pigeons in New York eat chicken wings from the Chinese restaurant that people threw on the ground. I don't know if a chicken will eat anything, but pigeons will definitely eat anything.
That reminds me of the song "Chicken Wing, Chicken Wing." What is it? Hot dog and bologna. That's what it is. I mean, anyone who has kids or is on TikTok has heard that song. Yeah, it's annoying. Anyway, what is your favorite sauce to make? How about that, chef?
Favorite sauce? I'm a big fan of mushroom sauces.
Did you hear me talk about the fact that I don't like mushroom sauces?
I actually might have missed that.
So I'm just not a big fan of mushrooms. So by default, a mushroom sauce is just not going to tickle my fancy. But and I also think that. Do you think that you have been influenced, or like, did you went to culinary school?
No, I went to film school. But I didn't have enough money to become an intern. I don't know. Here's what happens with some people out of film school. They go to film school. They have like parents who are either already in the industry or parents who have insane resources to support them after they get out while they look for a job.
This makes your YouTube videos and the production on your YouTube videos, it makes so much more sense. Where did you go to film school?
Hunter College. Which is cool because Hunter also works with some of the programs in Tisch and NYU. So it's kind of like getting a NYU education for
I was about to
CUNY
say you were
price.
in New York. Did you go to NYU for film school? That was going to be my next question. But wow, dog. Okay, so you did you finish film school?
Yeah, but when I got out, I didn't know where to go and what I wanted to do, so I just started working in restaurants. And then before I knew it, I was meeting these awesome chefs in New York, and they were just like kind of moving me around, shuffling me around, and introducing me to more people. And I started picking up more and more skills. And then by 2007, I joined Hill Country Barbecue Market. Yeah, it's actually an ordained like Texas barbecue restaurant. Like the governor himself has a proclamation on the wall ordaining it as official Texas barbecue. So that's where I got like indoctrinated.
Hill Country Barbecue. So I
Uh-huh.
mean, I know Hill Country is like the Austin area.
Right.
Is Hill Country in New York or is it in New Jersey?
No, Hill Country Barbecue Market is in Manhattan.
Okay.
It's right on 26th between 6th and Broadway. And
You're talking to me about New York streets, man. You know what I got? My phone with the GPS.
if you type Hill Country, it's gonna pop up. There's one in DC as well. If anybody's in DC and they visit that one, there's a big picture of me on the wall. It's
In
almost for no
DC?
reason. But I helped open that location as well
Where?
in DC.
Hill Country. I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yeah.
Hey Lou, not a problem, man. Lou says he would love to chat tonight, but he has to go to sleep when the little one sleeps. Please do this in the future. This is great. Definitely, Lou. I will try to do this a little. Excuse me, do this a little more, and I'll try to plan it a little bit better. Maybe actually have a guest or someone that could talk with me. Because dude, I am enjoying talking to Chef Arel. I feel like I know you, but I don't know you. You know, like your wife, your kid. You know, I'm like watching stuff with you guys going, you know, in Dubai. But like I said, and now here's the rub, right? Here's the rub. You guys need to go and check out Chef Arel's videos. Okay.
That's the
Now
thing.
one
You have to preface it, man. Like it is not a cooking channel. Like I started
he
my channel.
vlogs. He vlogs. And it's not. But see, here's the thing. The channel name is Chef Arel. So when you talk and you say you a chef, the first thing people think you're going to be doing is cooking.
Right.
But
That
you
is
don't
kind of
cook.
a clickbait gimmick to it.
All right. I
Not
mean,
not super intentional, but it's just
yeah.
that I've gone by Chef Orel for so long.
Yes,
And
chef.
I'm not even in a barbecue sense because I see myself as a pit master more than anything.
See, and I see myself as just an arsonist who cooks.
That's
So
gangster.
people who want to give me the title of chef, no. People who want to give me the title of pitmaster, no. All right. I don't consider myself a pitmaster. You know, to me, pitmaster has become one of those terms, okay, that has been, you know, to me, it's been bastardized by any and everybody who wants to call themselves a pitmaster because they can grill some hot dogs.
Right.
No,
It's
no,
not a title you give yourself.
no,
For sure.
and I agree with that. So when people ask me, "Oh, you know, where did you do this? Where did you do that?" I like making fires, and I just so happen to cook. I don't want to waste you know, I want to multitask. How about that?
Yeah.
I'm making a fire, and I might as well cook something while I'm making a fire. So
Yeah. Have the ends justify the means.
yes, exactly. It's like, I mean, who don't like playing with fire? Looking at fire, and I don't know. I like the smell of smoke in my beard.
Yeah. It's
So
everywhere.
yeah, oh man, is it ever? And it's like as soon as dude, you know the worst is I'm sure after work you've like gone to a market or you've gone someplace and you get those looks and you just like look at the person and you're like, oh, it's me. I smell like a barbecue pit, don't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Anyone
But
else?
the cool thing is you do it long enough, it's like your family just becomes accustomed to it. My wife,
Oh
she's
yeah,
used to it.
my wife is still not used to it. And I've been doing this for quite a while. I still get dirty looks every now and again. Now, because of the fact that it's winter and the windows are going to be closed, my wife won't have as much problem. But because I moved my number one drum back to the side of my house and I've been cooking on the drum on the side of the house more frequently, she has been like, it's one of those things where I have to turn off the air conditioner, close the window in our bedroom because the smoke just billows right into our bedroom. And she's like,
What's on the outside of your house? Like, you're not getting any type of discoloration?
"Oh hell yeah, I am!
I would
Hell
think
yeah, I
that would
am!"
piss her off more than anything.
Nah, so we have siding on like 90% of the house,
Okay.
and the one wall that we don't have siding on is where the smokers and the grills are.
I just
So
realized you're not sipping anything.
I'm not, because I was up late last night, so I'm actually drinking coffee.
You're being responsible. That's
It's
what's up.
not being responsible. You know the Y word that I do all the time when I'm,
Yeah.
sitting here. I knew, dude. I was up last night until after 1 o'clock. Then I woke up again, and it was 2:30. I was watching, a speech live, and then I had to wake up in the morning. I woke up this morning. It was 4:05. I said, "Hell no!" I went back to sleep until 4:30, and then I got up and I had to go into work today. So I knew that if I, and this is like I can kind of tell if I if I drink something a little harder, I'm going to be doing the Y word. If I drink something a little lighter, like beer, I might be okay. I might be able to muscle through. But if I have like an energy drink and something harder, I might be okay. But I know I'm
I
trying to
vaguely,
be on my best behavior, if you will.
I vaguely remember saying that you weren't a big beer guy.
No, 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 no. I drink plenty of beer. It
Oh,
just kind of depends. It depends on what beer it is. I'm not a big ale guy.
okay.
So I like pilsners, I like lagers. I grew up drinking Yingling. I won't drink it anymore. But now I've been drinking a lot of Miller Lite and light beers because of my blood, my diabetes. So I gotta,
Right.
chill with the blood sugar.
So you don't mess with Bud Light Platinum?
Every now and again, it's just one of those things where I think I think it's a cost thing. So the platinums, and I don't know that, like, they come in fancy bottles, and those fancy bottles for like a 6 pack might be $10, where I can
Yeah.
get a 6 pack of Miller Lite for 6.
Right.
So it's one of those things where I try to balance my drinking and alcohol fiscally to be responsible. But yeah, I think it's just a cost thing, and I'm pretty sure I've had the Bud Light Platinum type stuff. But I mean, are there? I'm trying to see. I know normally we have more comments. Now, is it StreamYard that's broken or?
No, because I'm also checking in on YouTube as well. I'm just like, the last comment I see is from Studio
No,
11.
yeah. All right, Anthony says he's back from Lowe's. All right, I see him that pop up. All right, I was, I know we're kind of just chopping it up and talking, and I would love to include more folks talking about sauces, but I don't know. See, this is one of those things where maybe I have to do this more often, and maybe this is kind of off-putting to folks because I only have 21 of you guys here tonight. So,
Yeah, maybe I should just fall all the way back. I really just came up here to say hey to you, man, and respect to your craft and
oh, well, right back
uh,
at you, man. Like, dude, I tell you what, like, I really got into watching your videos because of the video production quality, and I was just I'm blown away at the stuff that you do in your videos.
I don't even get to do half the stuff I want to do, but I'm taking a big break. That's my most recent upload. I'm just made an announcement that I'm taking a break, even though I wasn't super consistent anyway.
Bruh.
I'm just falling back from YouTube.
Yeah, all right. So Anthony says he's back from Lowe's. All right. So the Grumpus says, did he lock up the chat too? Luckily, Grumpus, no, you did not. And you're more than welcome to pop back on and come back in and talk.
Yeah,
Let's
I'm gonna
see.
actually start dinner.
All right, man. Well, look, you be easy. It's definitely nice to talk to you. Like
Or
I
it's
said,
been
I
real.
feel like I knew you already. Mad respect, man. Definitely respect your hustle as well. I would love to, link up with you at some point, at some place around the world. I know it'll happen. It's just, we got to get through everything we got to get through.
Yeah.
All right, man. You be
All right.
easy. The best to the wife and the kid. Hopefully,
Yes,
all is
likewise.
well.
To you and your beautiful family, man. Take care.
Thank you, sir. Good luck with everything, my man.
Thank you.
Peace.
Likewise.
Yep.
Peace.
All right. Papa Bear says we're all listening. That new naked sauce that Academy carries is extremely good. I wish there was an Academy near me. There's no Academy near me. The closest, actually, yeah, I probably could go online. Funny enough, I actually was looking at Academy stock today. I need to look back at it. I need to circle back and quite possibly pick some of it up. Papa Bear's Kitchen says, since you're talking beer, let's talk about cooking with beer and sauces with beer. Give us some ideas we can try. I all right. So Chef Arel says beer in all gravy. I guess. So I don't really do a whole bunch of cooking with beer. I much rather drink the beer and the liquor than I would cook with it. But as far as like beer cheese is pretty decent. When I was in Germany, I had a few different places where there was like some beer in a cheese sauce. So having pretzels with beer cheese sauce was pretty good. I can't remember if it was Guinness, maybe. I showed you guys, or I told you guys, I live not too far from the U.S. Guinness Brewery, and I think they cook or have. Sorry, they cook or have a beer, like a beer cheese sauce, and it like it's heavy on the beer. B says he wraps his briskets with beer. Seriously, Brian? That's interesting. Never have I ever. All right, let's see. Grumpus is back. FCB. Grumpus, can you hear me?
Am I here?
Yes, you are.
It's a miracle.
It isn't.
I figured it out.
Oh man. Hold up. We got Preston in the building. Chef Arel says he brines his hens and quail in beer. All right. FCB says beer in all the sauces. What's up, Preston? How you doing this evening? Grumpus, how are you, sir?
I'm doing great. How y'all doing?
On top of the world, man. On top of the world. Are you editing a video for us?
No,
as well?
I had my Outlook open. It was putting a glare on me.
Oh, it's all right. You know, it's all right.
So
I can see us in the reflection from your glasses.
I don't know what else to do. Maybe that helps.
Here, look, I can do the same.
There we go. Does that help a little bit?
A little bit, you know. I just the reflection, you know.
As long as I can hear you, I don't have to see you.
You don't want to see me. I got a voice for radio. I got a face for radio.
So let me tell you what I did to figure this mess out.
All right, sure. Yeah, maybe it'll help someone else in the future.
Well, maybe so. For Christmas last year, I got the wife an Oculus Rift, and that thing's plugged in, and it was picking up the audio and giving me a double feed.
Okay.
And I finally figured it out by just unplugging everything in the back of the computer and starting over.
All right. And the Oculus Rift is the 3D thing, right?
Yeah, that's the virtual reality.
Right.
She found an exercise game she wanted to use, and maybe someday she'll do that.
No comment.
I hear you.
All right.
I hear you.
All right, so hold on. Let's see. Preston says, this is fancy. Yeah, Preston. So the whole thing is, a few of you guys have been asking me to do this again. I did this a long time ago, and we had a good time. We chopped it up and we talked. So my hope is that sometimes or every now and again, when I talk about certain topics, I can include one or some or a few of you guys on the live streams, and you can either help me with the discussion, or you can just be a soundboard, or I can ask you a question and we can kind of go from there.
Also, let me just say that when I logged into StreamYard, a new window popped up. So you've got the StreamYard feed, and you've also got the YouTube feed on another tab.
Yes.
So you have to be sure and mute that out.
So I don't know if you heard me, but I did mention that to you when you
You
were.
probably did, and I wasn't listening.
It's all right. It was. You missed it because you were double. It was on top of each other, on top of each other.
Yeah, I heard it late.
So late you missed it, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Because I'm typically, and I'm used to that because I use my phone and I have my laptop set up so that I could try to monitor the feed. Um, while I am doing the live stream. So in case it cuts out or anything like that, I can see it. But when I have the StreamYard open, there's a specific tab for StreamYard open that covers up the YouTube, screen. And of course, I can't see both of them at the same time.
Right. Well, I can't see the chat right now, so
Yeah.
hello everybody.
So, do you have the screen maximized?
Uh, I'm on the StreamYard tab.
So, and I don't know whether or not it's just me because I am the
Oh, here they are.
yeah, all right, there we go. Steven!
What's up? What's up?
How you doing? Oh man,
Fine, doing fine,
this
doing
is
fine.
an honor.
Grumpus,
How you doing, Steven?
how
Good to see
you doing?
you.
How you doing? Nice, nice. Good to see you all guys. Good to see you
Yes,
guys too.
indeed. Man, I'm just excited that this is working out and I'm having people here. So,
You and me
Grumpus.
both.
All right, so Grumpus, please tell me what is your favorite sauce to make?
Oh, gravy?
All right.
No, I do a butter garlic sauce a lot of times for seafood.
Okay.
Butter garlic, shallots, stuff like that.
Nice. All right, Mr. Steven, you're up. Your favorite sauce to make, and it better not include any sort of hot peppers.
Well, how to put it? Our sauce in Trinidad is a lot different. I hope you guys understanding me while I'm speaking though.
Man, they understand what you're saying. Everybody
Every word.
understands what you're saying.
Cool. Yeah, so basically our sauce is like a dipping sauce.
Okay.
So we might take like ketchup with mayonnaise, maybe add a little mustard, soy sauce, or even like hoisin sauce, char siu
Okay.
sauce. The Lee Kum Kee brands in them.
Yes.
Basically, yeah. So basically, we just put something together, add a little garlic.
The Kinkelman brand?
Yeah, you get that also too.
Yeah, I have a couple of them.
Yeah, nice.
You ever use this?
No, I never used that one before. There's a soy sauce in a clear bottle, same Kinkelman's.
I might have. Yeah, well, we have. I think I use the Kinkelman soy sauce.
It has a red top cover.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think the one that we have is a different color top because my wife likes to buy the low sodium soy sauce.
Okay. Yeah.
So, and it's funny. As an adult, I had to learn how to say soy properly because in Philly we say soy sauce.
Yeah, in Trinidad we say siao.
Oh, okay. Siao?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't
but
know
it's
that.
really, but it's really soy sauce is the correct soy sauce.
All right, so
Well, I've got a question for the masses. You said you don't drink a lot, or you don't cook with beer a lot.
no.
How many put whiskey and alcohol and stuff in their sauces?
So I don't cook with liquor. Period. I want to drink it. So I don't really do a whole bunch of liquor sauce or beer sauce. But I would love to see in the comments as well. Grumpus, I know. Oh, like Fridays has a Jack Daniel's barbecue sauce. So is there anybody that cooks or has a specific type of whiskey or now actually Lou left because he had to go to sleep. Lou was saying a few weeks ago that he tried a bourbon barbecue sauce or whiskey barbecue sauce.
I also cook with a lot of wine.
Hey, Steven, do you have... Actually, let's see. Hold on. Maybe that will... I muted Steven's mic for a second, and we'll see if the echo goes away. So, Steven, do you have headphones on that also have a mic, and you have us coming out of your speaker?
I'm using the headphones right now.
Yeah. I think your headphones might have a microphone on it because it's picking up.
It's picking up. So
Yeah.
should I shut off the mic on the phone itself?
Yes, that would probably do it because if you can hear through the headphones, then you shouldn't have to have the. How about now? You muted yourself. Well, I guess just wave or something when you want to talk again.
Well, I see a muted microphone next to his name.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Took off that there.
All right. How about
Right,
this?
but
No, I think I still hear myself.
okay, just now. Hold on.
No. Actually, it might be okay. I don't think I hear the echo.
No, I don't. I took off the mic. I took off the headphones. Say, me clear now?
Yes, much
I think
clearer.
that did it.
Yeah, I think you this is our first time. So
Okay. The first
all
time I
right.
actually used the headphones as well too. So
We'll just leave the headphones out. We
okay.
won't say any bad words, so Jacqueline and your wife won't get upset.
No, they inside and the outside.
Oh man, must be nice to be able to be outside all year round.
Sure,
right. Bumpy, how you doing this evening? Uncle Bull says that's much better, so we figured it out. So, I guess Grumpus, what's your least favorite sauce?
Oh gosh, I'm a sauce guy. I love all kinds
Really?
of sauces. I don't think I've met a sauce I didn't like.
Steven, how about you? Same thing. Was there any sort of combination you thought was going to be good, and then you tasted it and you were like, I'm not doing this ever again?
I did it a few times. Yes. put some things together and just had to
throw it away.
Throw it away. Yeah.
What about making sauces too hot? Have you done that?
No.
There is no too hot. You just need to drink more water.
It's not too hot, what I'll say.
Oh God, man, no, it's definitely too hot. Like, nah, bro. I'm actually a spice. I like spice. I like spice, but there comes a point of no return where you're like, yo, there's no way. There's no way.
No, it's like, you know how much sauce to put there. Like I use like the Trinidad Moruga Scorpion pepper sauce. But I know how much to put.
Okay.
Right.
Well,
so,
how did you learn how much to put? By doing it too much one time, or you just kind of slowly went up?
No, well, you know the difference in the peppers, and
okay.
The Scorpion is one of the hottest peppers it has.
Yeah.
And then it has like the normal Scotch bonnet.
Yeah.
Which is not really, well, to me that is not really hot.
Hell no. To me, that's not really that hot. This is like, how he says. To me, that's not really that hot. Yeah, all right. Hold on, let's say hi to Todd. Todd says he says hi to you, Steven. I know you might not be able to see the chat, but definitely.
Todd, what's happening? What's happening, Todd?
Yeah. Oh man. Grumpus's YouTube channel is Grumpus on Fire. It's Grumpus on Fire. And Steven actually has a cooking channel on YouTube as well. Steven, you want to tell him it's cooking with Jacqueline and Steven, or is it Steven and Jacqueline cooking, or
cooking with Steven and Jacqueline?
All right.
And Jacqueline.
All right. So yeah.
He's got some killer recipes too.
Yes, he does. And I really enjoy. So Steven, like I'm glad I'm talking to you, and I know I've said this to you. I enjoy your Caribbean perspective on the things that you cook, because it can be something I know, but the way that you prepare it is just different. And I'll be looking and scratching my head like, what is he about to do with that? And then I see it come full circle, and I'm like, Dang. That okay. Ooh. So FCB says you have a killer accent, Steven.
Thank you.
Or was he talking about me? I've been told I have one too. Look, Steve, there you go. He sure is, Todd. Definitely an exceptional person.
What's up, Todd? What's up?
Yeah. Goodness gracious. So Grumpus threw me off. He talked about he posted a picture of bourbon. So I actually picked up a bottle of Old Pappy today. I was in Costco and I'm like, every time I go in there, they have like something different. And the guy was, they weren't clamming around the case today. The guy was standing in the aisle with a cart. And it was funny because he handed you like a ticket and you had to go pay for it. And then you had to go back to him. And then he was able to give you your bottle. So I got whatever the Old Pappy was, a 12-year-old vintage of Old Pappy. And I was like, can I get some more of the Blantons and the E.H. Taylor? And he said, well, those things come in once a month. He's like, this thing comes in once a year. I'm like, all right, I'll buy one. I don't know what to do with it, though.
Have you tried it yet?
No, it's still sitting in my car. I haven't tried it yet.
You gonna sneak it in? You gonna sneak it in later?
Pretty much. You know how that goes.
I know how it works.
Tools and liquor. You know what to do. Wait, actually, there's three things you gotta sneak in: tools, liquor, and the pew-pews. You can't bring those in under the light of day. So let's see. So Bumpy says Grumpus. He asked where you guys are. Where Grumpus and Steven located?
Go ahead, Steve.
Okay, I'm from Trinidad and Tobago.
Both of them.
And I'm from Spring, Texas, just north of Houston.
All right. And me, I'm from Philadelphia, but I happen to live in Baltimore. It's so funny. Every now and again, people comment on my videos and they're like, "Oh, you're from Maryland." No, I just live here. I just live here.
So Dash, question
Yes.
for you guys.
All right.
Have you ever used like a beer while making a barbecue sauce, a homemade barbecue sauce?
I have made sauces before, but this was like years ago. I find it's easier to use a sauce that I can buy off the shelf, and because of the fact that I'm cooking for other people, a lot more often than not, when people ask about a sauce that I'm using, I can explain and they know what it is I'm talking about much faster. And they either know if they can eat it or have it, because I deal with a lot of people who have food allergies a lot of times. So that's why I try not to make things at home.
I have made sauces in the past, but it's, I find I'm just reinventing the wheel. So I'd rather just buy something I really like and is pretty reliable as far as the flavor profile, and then I'll kick it up my way.
You doctor it up.
Yeah.
See, and Steven, and
that's basically what I meant. I use a lot of store-bought sauces as well, but I don't tweak it.
Shame you for using a store-bought sauce, man. Seriously.
Oh, there's some good sauces out there.
Agreed.
Well, we have limited brands enter.
And that's what I was gonna say, Steven, where we in the States sometimes take different things for granted because we have the access to them, where you might not necessarily have access to something and you have to make a sauce or you have to, do with a specific ingredient. Like, what is the difference between the cilantro and the culantro or whatever it is that you? So
well, we use culantro.
Okay, because culantro is more readily available to you.
Yeah, you can just step outside and pick 2-3 leaf outside and.
Jacqueline, go get the culantro and this is, come on, man. He's sitting outside in the middle of the winter. He's talking about going to the garden all year round. I mean,
going outside picking a salad,
right? You grow peppers too, Steven?
Yes, we do. I have
Mm.
a couple planted in the backyard, but due to the extreme rains right now, they're not coming along so well.
Okay.
Yeah, my peppers didn't do anything this year.
All my peppers did was attract deer.
I got one tomato out of 6 plants.
Wow.
It's been really
Oh,
hot. It's been
we
so hot,
have
everything's just drying up.
we have plenty of cherry tomatoes. I think I've told you guys, and you guys have seen the update on my garden. The cherry tomatoes, friggin' they like growing like gangbusters. So FCB says I found a recipe for a vinegar-based barbecue sauce, and his wife loves it. Marcus says I only make it if they don't want to go to the. Marcus says I only make it if I don't want to go to the store. That's pretty good. That is a good idea or a good reason to make a barbecue sauce, avoiding having to go to the store. It's like, you know what? It's like I'm gonna spend 2 hours making a barbecue sauce, or I'm gonna put pants on and go to the store. I'll stay home and make the sauce. Let's see. Justin says his grandfather had his own sauce company with sauces on shelves in the 50s called the Colored Chef. 6 different sauces. He wish he had the recipes. Maybe you could find something. The internet is a beautiful place, man. Maybe you can do some digging or look at some archives for some newspapers or something. Like maybe they put some ads in papers and they said what was in it, and you may be able to recreate it. That's what's up, though, Justin.
Man, if I took the time to make my own sauce, my videos would be an hour and a half long.
Speaking as someone who has put up an hour and a half long video, I know exactly what you're talking about. So tomorrow's video is actually me making I'm welding a charcoal basket. Kirk is one of the guys who's here on the live streams from time to time. He acquired a ugly drum. All right. And he sent me a picture and he's like, hey, I'm gonna go pick this thing up over the weekend. If I get it, can you make me a charcoal basket? I'm like, yeah, sure, no problem. So he gets the ugly drum and then he sends me a picture and he said that the guy who had it was struggling to get it to come up to temperature. Actually, let's see if I can pull this up really quickly and I can show you why the drum was not coming up to temperature. Come on, Kirk, where are you? Here it is. But when I saw this, I cracked up. This is why the drum was not coming up to temperature. Can y'all see that? That was why the drum was not coming up to temperature.
You can't make stuff like that up.
No. I mean, he got himself a perfectly good drum.
I mean, it's obvious his extension cord was too small.
I mean, he got himself a perfectly good drum. Hopefully you guys can see that. For $50 because the dude didn't know how to make a fire in the bottom of the drum. Just like you said, Grumpus, you can't make this up. Marcus says, sorry, just joining the chat. Don't know if this was asked. Favorite base for sauce. So Marcus, when we were talking about sauces, I was more or less talking about like sauces to cook with, not necessarily a barbecue sauce. I was talking more of an encompassing sauce. So the last couple weeks or last week, we talked about marinades. And when we were talking about marinades, the discussion came up, or when does a marinade become a sauce? And that's what prompted me to have, talk to this topic this week. Because in barbecue and in cooking, we have certain things and certain culinary things that kind of like one thing kind of plays into the next thing. But like, when does it go too far? Like, I this is one of mine, and it's Victor's fault. Do not call a quick cure, a dry brine. There is no such thing as a dry brine. A brine, by definition, is wet, is liquid. So if you are taking something and you're just simply putting salt on it, that's a quick cure. A cure is when you just have something dry and it's being salted. So that's kind of how this whole thing came about.
I
All
could buy
right,
into
so
that.
let's see. We are going to take care of that user there. Papa Bear says search everywhere with the family. No one has the recipes. Family lures at Chris and Pitt's sauce company stole his recipes and forced them out of business. Well, darn. Sorry to hear that, Justin. But
Well, Dash,
y-
what kind of sauces do you make?
so I just doctor up something I get off the shelf.
Well, I mean, not barbecue sauce. I mean, do you
So
just normal every weeknight cooking with the family? You're probably like
so
me. We don't put everything on the grill every night.
I know, right? I I have a just like you, when I make mussels, I'll do like a garlic and shallot butter.
Oh yeah.
Um, I'm trying to think. Other than that,
Now,
I
do you
like
splash a little wine in that?
no, no. I, I don't cook with liquor, man. Don't do it. You keep trying to get me to cook with liquor. I don't cook with liquor.
I
Um,
buy that $3 Pinot Grigio on the bottom shelf when I
no,
cook.
man. But see, I have a whole bunch of stuff laying around my house. Like here's there's some Rudy
Man, that's a good
sauce.
looking bottle you got there.
Man, I I just want to thank the guy who sent it to me. Look, this is Pit Patriot stuff, and this is all stuff that I pulled out to
Now
talk
is that
about. So
Brian stuff?
is it Brian?
Where's that come from? Pit
It
Patriot.
is in Johnstown, Ohio.
Oh, I
I
know
don't.
what I'm thinking. Brian's
He's Patriot Barbecue.
Patriot barbecue. That's right.
Yeah, no, and he's here. He's in the chat. Look, no, see that there he is.
There he is. Hey Brian, I'm gonna
Um,
get down and see you one of these weekends. I'm gonna get down there and surprise you.
hey, well. Let's see. So Papa Justin says sauce preferences: sweet, savory, spicy, smoky. I like a sweet and spicy. But it's like I kind of have to be in the mood, right? This Rudy sauce. If you guys haven't or don't know, Rudy sauce has I think it's jalapenos in it. Uh, where is it? Vinegar, paste, sugars, corn, chili peppers, spice extracts or extractives actually. But there's a spicy component to this sauce, and I like that because of that. But then you have like your everyday sauce. I mean, most everybody's go-to is gonna be like a Sweet Baby Ray's type of sauce, which is just kind of middle of the road and like chill. Um, this Pit Patriots, it says that it is not spicy. There's a little bit of kick to this, and it says that the heat level is 2 out of 10, and but it's a little bit more than that. Like my daughter who does not do sauce, she couldn't like she was like that's too spicy for her. So
Well, I've got a
Steven, you
favorite.
probably would be like that's water.
I've got a favorite base spice I go to, but a lot of it depends on what you're putting it on. Uh,
Correct. I agree.
pork could take to the sweet stuff really nice.
Yeah.
And if you get a real bold, something really bold, you need to set that aside for your beef.
So and that's more or less I won't say my problem is I don't a lot of times when I'm cooking, especially if I'm cooking for my family, I'm cooking in the afternoons and I don't have time to develop a sauce. You know what I mean? Like even if I'm making like if I'm doing a spaghetti and I'm doing a pasta sauce, I will add some herbs de Provence. I will add some other herbs in the cabinet. I will add some extra seasoning or I might add a little bit of garlic or I'll add something to that. But I don't have just like a like I don't do a whole bunch of gravies. I actually made uh was it biscuits and gravy. I did a. So most of the time you use like a sausage gravy, or you take sausage and put it in. Well, I actually cut up and cooked beef bacon, and made a gravy with the beef bacon and put it over the biscuits that I made,
Nice.
and that was the first time that I'd ever done something like that. So I mean, I keep it pretty simple, and I'm pretty basic in the things that I cook, but I do the things that I do well, or at least I mean, my belly says I do them well. So I don't and and Grumpus, just like I say, I don't cook with liquor. I want to drink it. So I don't do a whole bunch of cooking with wine. I don't cook a whole bunch with beer. The only exception is every now and again I will sacrifice a beer when we are making a crab pot. That's about it. Um yeah, but
Well, it's hard to make a good chili without splashing a little beer in it.
I have never put beer in chili. And I make chili frequently. Um but never put beer in it. That's yeah. So Justin says, what's involved in doctoring up a sauce? You throw the kitchen sink at it, man. You whatever you want to put in it. If you want it sweeter, you add some brown sugar. Like, so I don't know. Does this count, Grumpus and Steven? I'll make my brisket beans, right?
Oh,
And
that's good.
I'll doctor them up. I'll add green peppers and or peppers and onions, and then I'll add some brown sugar to that helps sweeten them up. I might add a little bit of mustard to help thicken it up just a little bit. Um, and then it depends. The adding the brisket into the beans gives it a whole nother flavor in and of itself. So
Good.
sometimes, Justin, that is the doctoring that you need. You just add a whole different flavor and you take it from here to here, and yeah. What's
Now,
up, Johnny? I see Johnny's in the chat. He says
Yeah,
if
hello,
you
you
did
want
that.
boss.
if you want to
You
impress
could.
your friends, like if you're doing ribs or any kind of pork, take your favorite barbecue sauce and mix in some fruit preserves or a jelly or something like that. It'll put a whole new spin on your barbecue sauce, and everybody be wondering what is that. And you look like a hero, and all you did was open up a jar of jam.
I
Just give me a minute, please, huh?
All right,
Yeah. I taking off the camera for a minute.
all right. So Grumpus, same thing with I made ribs for my wife and kids, and all I did was I put an apple that we had that was getting ready to go bad. She cut the little piece that was bad, and I mopped it. And she's like, I used the apple wood to cook it, and then I
There you
was
go.
like mopping it with apple, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, like
You look
you need to
you
do
look
this
like a
again."
genius.
Awesome. Yeah, yeah. Nah, I'm no genius, man. Sometimes, every now and again, and this is for you, Justin. He said what is involved with doctoring up a sauce. Use what you have on hand. If you have, just like Grumpy said, if you have some jelly, um, I've used those little smoky sausages. I've used those or put those in a barbecue sauce and like a grape jelly in a crock pot, and they turn out phenomenally because that jelly just adds that sweet that you can't put your finger on. You're like, oh my god, there's something different about this barbecue sauce, but what is it? And you just can't put your finger on it until somebody tells you. So everything good, Steven?
Yeah, everything good. Just a female dog wanted to pass now. She had some young ones there.
No
Yeah.
problem. Let's see.
Well, I can see the comments, but I don't see any way to type in. So I'm just reading, guys. I see all
Uh,
your comments.
all right. And I guess I must. Oh well, Grumpus, you could kind of flip back and forth between the YouTube and the StreamYard, but you
Yeah, I can
ain't, you
do
ain't got
that.
time for that.
I'm afraid I'll lose you.
I don't blame you.
It's taken me months to
Definitely.
get here.
Oh, look, it's me too. So, Steven, I guess here's the next thing for you. What do you have coming down the pike on your channel, sir?
Well, basically, whatever I cook is basic. Whatever you see on the video It's
yeah, it's
basically
eat.
what we eat home here.
Yeah, man. People, to me, it's so funny when people cook different things and they do something crazy over the top, and you're like, you're not eating that. You're getting ready to throw that away.
Whatever
Not,
whatever you see on my video is what we eat home here.
yeah. So do you cook those meals, or do you cook for your videos on like a Saturday or a Sunday where you have more time, or are you cooking during the week like that sometimes?
I cook during the week like that. Sometimes in the week I film while cooking, you know. So
Yeah, yeah. Because I know you did the 3-part video. Was that 3 parts that you did? Was it last week?
no, it was a two part. That's with the fry bake,
Yeah,
and the following week I did the smoke herring.
yeah, dude, that was pretty darn good. The pizza, I like the pizza video because you broke those up into a couple different things, and the tacos. That's what it was, because you made the coleslaw, and then you made the fish, and then you put the whole thing together on a taco. That was what was 3 parts.
Yeah. That was a 3 part video. The
Good.
Mexican coleslaw, the
Yeah.
the pico de gallo,
Uh huh.
and the
Look.
fish.
Speaking of Pico de Gallo and the Mexican coleslaw, there's Todd again saying what's up.
Good night, Uncle Bill.
Yeah, thank you, sir, for hanging out. He says I've enjoyed the chat tonight. Need to do this more often. Got to head to bed. Back to the field in the morning. Thank you, sir, for putting food on our tables. Uncle Bill's a farmer, so thank you.
Yeah, the Mexican coleslaw, what I did, that was inspired by Todd from Dad's Incredible.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Speaking of it, that there he's back in the chat. You can't see it, but he's back in the chat right now. So, Todd, that's when you need to comment like, "Yeah, I did that."
Well, I'm going to try them both.
He said he says that slaw's habit forming. He says he makes it every other week. Mm.
When I saw that, I immediately messaged Dad and messaged Todd, and I asked him permission to do a copycat video.
Yeah. Shoot. You don't need to message him. You know what you just do? You just need to give him credit.
Well, I did also full credit.
There you go.
Yeah. Look, man, I every now and again I'm like, man, this person inspired me, that person inspired me, this person inspired me, because you can only cook so many things so many different ways, man.
We all steal from each other.
Oh, sure enough. I can't wait to steal something from Steven. Only thing, he puts too much peppers in everything.
Well, just leave out the peppers.
Oh no, man, you can't do that. It's like you can't copycat the recipe and then leave stuff out. Then that doesn't work.
I can leave out the peppers or use like a less heated pepper with less heat,
A less heated pepper. Again, what fun is that? I'm concerned about my daughter. She doesn't do spicy. My boys, they're trying to do spicy, and then every now and again, my wife is like, "Okay, that was too hot. That was too hot." So,
my wife doesn't like things very hot.
Jacqueline is kind of in between.
Okay, you got to train her up.
In fact, I got some rub from Kent this week.
Okay.
And the first thing my wife did was poke her finger down in it and tried it, and it lit her up.
Ooh, I know, and I know Kent likes hot.
Oh, this is hot.
It is.
It's really hot.
Oh boy.
So
Yeah, Kent likes.
I'm imagining a jar of that's going to last a long time.
Yeah, I have some sauce, or excuse me, a rub from Crimson Creek. They sent it to me from Marcus and Jamie, and it's hot. It's hot, and I'm like, I have to balance it out. I have to put something that's salty on it, or something that takes away from the heat, but it's a good heat. And I'm like, I enjoy it, but I'm like, what can I make with it that'll not accentuate it, but that will do it justice and still take away the heat, though? So, yeah.
Yeah, it's gotta taste good. I don't like the pain. I'm not a pepperhead.
I'm pointing at Steven. And like, I'll point at Steven. Hey, you go ahead and point at Steven too, Grumpus. Yeah,
I bow down to this guy right here.
he's do you just like how many half peppers do you have in your refrigerator right now?
You have a whole pack of peppers in the fridge right now.
Because he's like, you put a half pepper in. I'm like, man, what is he gonna do with the other
Yeah,
half of the
but
pepper?
sometimes they're that big, and sometimes they're that big.
like sometimes we hardly get jalapenos down here due to the COVID and stuff.
Really?
So what I use in place of the jalapenos if I make them pico de gallo is a green Scotch bonnet pepper.
Woo!
Bruh. But so here's my question to you. Why don't you take the jalapenos, harvest the seeds, and grow your own?
To be honest with you, we get the green jalapenos. So I don't know if that seed would work if I dried it out.
Yeah. All jalapenos are green when they're plucked. Once they ripen off of the vine, that's when they turn red. They all start off green.
Okay.
Yeah, because same thing with green peppers. Green peppers, red peppers, yellow peppers, orange peppers, they all start green. They're just ripened at longer intervals.
No, I understand. But like the pepper being green, would the seed actually grow?
Yeah.
Just dry it out.
I was just about to say you have to dry it out.
Okay.
Well, a lot of times the birds.
I have one jalapeno left in the fridge.
All right. He's the one. Well, cut out some of the seeds. Let the seeds sit out, and they dry out. Once they dry out, you probably put 3 or 4 of them in a little bit of dirt, water it, and
give it a try.
Well, just set that green pepper off to the side. It'll turn green. It'll turn red on its own.
Yeah. Yep.
And a lot of times the birds that get my peppers and the ones that hit the ground, they'll come up next spring.
Oh yeah, that's what happened with my cherry tomatoes. So if you want some cherry tomatoes, take a couple cherry tomatoes, cut them in half just to make sure that they'll seed, and plant them. Trust me, they will come up.
That pepper will turn red on its own. You just set it off to the side.
Yep. All right, let's see. Let's catch up to the comments. Kent says, Todd says he's got this year's batch of Ken's sweet heat rub on standby. Well, how can I be down? I think I asked Kent for some of it. A little bit of peach and a bit of chili makes a good barbecue sauce. All right. I think that's Brian's wife, her influence with the chili. Look, Todd said, trying to use the jalapenos or just keep using the Scotch bonnet. Look, they won't know until after they take the first bite. So, don't tell them.
No, if it is see the Scotch bonnet, the green one.
Yeah.
It's not as bad, If you leave the seeds in with the vein.
Yeah,
that's I don't trust him. I don't believe
that. He said, Todd, I think I will have to get in touch with him. I think I talked to him in one of the chats I'm on. I kind of muted the chats because it was just too much. Yeah, y'all talk too much. So I might have missed my opportunity to get some. But I think I did ask him about it. But it's cool. I will live vicariously through you all. But anyway,
I see Brian's got the right idea with some peach and in his barbecue sauce. That little peach wood.
I was thinking about doing a peach barbecue sauce, like us using a store-bought sauce.
Yeah, use store-bought peach jam
and
too.
Store-bought peach and.
Grumpus, I have 2 bottles of the peach crown. I wouldn't dare put that. Nah. You know how hard those bottles are to come by?
I probably wouldn't put that in there either.
Nah, you talking about peaches, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. That peach. Look, I really am digging the peach crown. and this is the second year that I was put onto it. And somebody reminded me about it earlier, and I was like, oh yeah. So I have a place where I could go get it.
I've
And
never tried that.
oh
Is it
man,
seasonal?
yes, very limited quantities, and so you know what's funny? So Steven is typically the guy that posts links to everyone's channel. So I'm going to post a link to Steven's channel.
There you go.
While you guys talk for a moment, I will be right back.
Well, I found for ribs a good glaze is it. I mean, you can just take jam right out of the bottle and glaze your ribs with them, and it'll put a nice shine to them, a little bit of sweetness, and like I said earlier, it'll make you look like a hero. You let one of your neighbors have one of those, and you'll already keep from hanging on the fence.
So Grumpus like what jam, like a orange marmalade or
I
peach
usually just
preserve?
I prefer the preserves because there's little bits of the fruit in it, and that kind of it just looks better on the ribs. It makes it nice and shiny. Not everybody likes sauce on their ribs, so sometimes I'll just do it on the side. If it's something more on the
Like a
spicy,
dipping sauce then.
but I've done strawberries, I've done peaches, I've done pear. In fact, I got one video where I cooked pears down and added them to a sauce. But that was kind of labor intensive. But I showed you how to do it. But yeah, straight
I
out,
did that way.
jar preserves and jar barbecue sauce. Why reinvent the wheel?
Yeah,
Definitely.
just doctor it up.
Come on, I'm trying to find Steven. Come on, where are you? I'm trying to find him in my comments because then I know I'm going directly to your channel there.
Steven, so have you had a hard time getting good produce and stuff down where you're at? Anything? Is everything right there where you live
Well,
local?
how to put it, with the COVID and things, you get certain stuff according to the shipments, but yeah, every today food, normal.
Okay.
Just nothing extra.
Yeah, nothing, like if I go this week and I see jalapenos this week, make sure and take up a couple packs. Because if I
Okay.
go next week, not sure if I'll get any.
So I'm curious, what imported produce do you like?
Basically everything, I used to live outside too for a while, out in America. I live in a couple countries outside, so like Dash having a hard time finding the
No, I found you finally.
So do you have a pretty good extensive garden at your place, or is
not
produce pretty easy to come by on the island, or is everything brought in?
no, we produce pretty easy, lots of local stuff, you know. I basically what I usually buy from on the outside, like from out of America and England and those places, like the preserves and sauces.
You drink Ovaltine?
Ovaltine?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ovaltine, Nesquik, Milo.
So the
Well, I haven't
reason I
heard that in a
say
long time.
so the reason I say that is because I have a coworker who's from Trinidad, and she sent me to the restaurant store, and she said, "Oh, I need you to go get me." And now that it's getting cold, she has like her family comes up from Trinidad, or she has family that lives in Canada, and they'll come down. And whenever they come to her house, whenever they stay at her house, she's like she has to have Ovaltine, and at the house for them to have Ovaltine a lot of times. And I found it hilarious because I've never had Ovaltine.
I haven't
But
either. I've heard of it for my whole
I
life,
haven't
but
heard
I've
that
never
in
had
years.
any.
okay,
Is that like hot chocolate?
similar. it's malty.
That water's going to kill you.
The what?
That coffee's going to kill you.
No, trust me. It got me earlier. Oh, trust me. I went to a coughing fit, and it was right before the live stream started. I'm like, oh my God, my eyes were all watering, and I'm like, I can't.
We got what the doctor ordered right here.
After the stream is over, I'm gonna take a nip so I can go to sleep. Actually, I might try that old Pappy's.
There you go.
Yeah. Look, so B says his wife and son love Ovaltine. It's a staple in our house. FCB, no problem. I know that if I found the comment that you made, Steven, it'll be easier to make sure that I'm sending you directly to the right channel, to the right place. So, that's what took me so long. I had to find the comment. Maybe you should comment more frequently. Oh man, nah, you good. You good, definitely.
All right, am I the only one that's had a hard time keeping up with everybody's videos during this COVID
No,
shutdown?
not at all. I don't. Not at all,
Some
Grumpus.
of you guys have been doubling and tripling up, and it's
But
just
you know
hard to
what?
stay on top of it.
So here's a trick: watch the videos at faster than 1 speed.
What should I do?
Yeah,
Oh, I have a hard time doing that.
I can't go 2 unless it's something like if someone's talking. I usually can't go anything fast like 1.5 or 1.75. But if it's like I'll watch people doing different things like working on the car, or I don't know how YouTube recommended this guy to me that runs an excavator, like he's digging holes, and I'll be sitting there watching him like, wow. And I'll double that one. So that's the key, Grumpus, to me, is if you're watching the videos at faster than 1 speed, you can get through them a little faster.
No,
and I've actually gotten to the point where I can't listen to someone talking at 1x. Like I have to speed it up.
I'm having a hard time ever since April, man. I mean, everybody's been cranking them out. I'm thinking I should be doing videos, but I'm watching everybody else's.
It's hard to keep up with videos. Real hard.
Yeah, but I mean, that's all part of it too. You have to. There's some you just look. There's some ones I'm not going to see, and every now and again. So one of the other things too with me is I'm really only on YouTube pretty much during the week while I'm working. On the weekends when I'm not on YouTube, what ends up happening is on Monday morning I might try to create a little list or like a watch list, and then I'm going back to watch videos over the weekend. So like there's certain people I know put out videos on Sundays. So that's one of the other things too. You guys know I try to have a schedule. I try to put things out on the schedule.
That's tough.
I put videos out on Tuesdays, I put videos out on Thursdays, and I do the live stream on Wednesdays. So that kind of carries me all week long. And then all of the older videos, when people are home and don't have anything to do on the weekends or they're looking to cook, that's when it carries me over the weekend. So that's why I have my schedule the way that I do.
I did a cook 2 weekends ago, and I'm about halfway through the edit because I squirrel. And I run off and I start watching YouTube videos. And
but see, at the same time,
it's 3 o'clock and time to go to bed.
But here's the thing: at the same time, Grumpus, I don't necessarily set aside time to film, but I set aside time to edit. I set aside time to have the upload, and I set aside time to reply to comments. So
I need to get better at that.
The time management piece. And then one of the other things too, when I'm doing the videos, I can't watch someone else's video. So I find that I watch more videos while I'm replying to comments than I do when I'm actually editing. But then again, at the same time, if I have a video, right, I might have an hour's worth of footage. It could take me 3 hours to edit it. And
absolutely.
That might just be me. Like tomorrow's video, when I started, it was an hour's worth of footage. It's a little over 20 minutes by the time it's all said and done. And I have a lot of the portions where it's sped up, but I am welding and I'm showing you what I'm doing. Like I don't cut it out. I want you to see how I put this whole charcoal basket together.
That's the way I like it.
So that you can, so that you can do it. But the key, Grump, is you don't have to watch it in real time. You can speed it up because you're just watching me do something. So that's the point I'm trying to make. Yeah. When I'm talking, you can slow that part down. And then one of the other things too, I've gotten really good at is using the keyboard shortcuts on YouTube to speed things up and slow them down when I need to or have to. Like the shift and the, it's the comma, I guess, or the apostrophe will slow things down, and the shift and the period will speed it up. The shift and the question mark, or the question mark, will pop up something on the screen, and it'll tell you what all the keyboard shortcuts are. You can uh, use the arrow keys to fast forward and rewind in a video. You can use the up and down to turn up and down the volume. I've just gotten proficient at using the keyboard so that I don't have to do the whole click and chase and up. Like you watch a video, you go to the gear into the settings, and you can speed up the video. Nope, I do it all from the keyboard.
Yeah,
F
I
to
have a
make
hard
it
time
full
speeding
screen.
them up.
Yeah, and
If
and
if
I,
somebody goes
that
to the trouble to put a 12-minute video up, I'm going to give them 12 minutes of my time.
you know what, and I appreciate that because I struggle with sometimes I'm like, I'm just gonna make the video as long as I'm gonna make the video, and I
That's the
know
way
I
it is.
bore some
Right.
people.
I
I know I
personally,
bore some people, but Steven, man, you need to make your videos longer.
I need to see more of I need to see more of Steven. Less
Yeah,
Scotch
yeah,
bonnet.
yeah. But like there's Steven, I feel like don't be self-conscious about being on camera. Like the allure of you is you, man. Like for real. So you can say hi in the video and say today we're gonna do this, and then you do it the way that you're doing it. You don't have to put like cards up on the screen all the time with your ingredients and other things like that.
I
Reason being is
What
because I
watching your
know,
taco is
yeah,
is only half of it. We want to see we want to see you.
or take a bite, taste it,
Yeah, there you go.
but
I want to watch him bite into one of them Scotch bonnets. I don't believe he's really eating that.
look, he'll show you him biting into it. He won't show you the end result.
It cut.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Yeah, Brian says he tries to keep his videos between 10 and 15 minutes. So fun fact.
Jeez, it takes me longer than that to say hello.
well, it's crazy, right? So I won't say in the beginning, but when YouTube first was doing this thing, and then YouTube was figuring everything out, you would shoot for like a 5-minute video because that was the sweet spot. And then YouTube said, wait a minute, if you make the videos longer, we'll pay you more. So then you were shooting for a 10-minute video. That was or an 11-minute video actually was the sweet spot, because anything over 11 minutes, you could put 2 ads on. And then 20 minutes and 30 minutes. And for every 10 minutes, you could put an ad in a video. So there are a lot of people who were making longer videos just to put more ad, and get more ad revenue. But now it's crazy because it's like, hey, we've knocked that thing down, and an 8-minute video can have 2 ads in it. So
Well, I have longer watch times with the longer videos.
you said what now, Grumpus? I'm sorry.
So I seem to have longer watch times with the longer videos.
Yeah, because
I put short ones out, and people just don't. I just don't. They're just not watching them.
I don't, Grumpus.
I don't get it.
Grumpus and Steven, figuring out the YouTube algorithm would be easier than figuring out a woman.
Oh, I don't try to figure it out. I just do what I want to watch.
That's
And
exactly
the
it.
videos are for me, and anybody else that wants to
I just
enjoy
do
them,
I just
they're
do it
out
for
there.
fun.
Yeah, definitely, Steven. And have fun with it, because there's gonna come a time when you're like, you know what, I can't do it today. I'm not doing it today. And when it doesn't get fun or it's not fun, that's when you need to take a break.
Yep.
And
Exactly.
then
I have a
from
job. I don't need
experience.
another one.
You have a job, yes. Take from experience, I can tell you that there are times when I just like that video of me fixing Vicky when I did the welding.
I like that, by the way.
Oh, thanks. That was a pain in the butt video. The welder, I mean, not the welder. The welder did fight me. Vicky fought me. I told you I had problems because I couldn't remember to order the hinges. And then I finally ordered the hinges, and then I tried to use the welder. The welder didn't have gas. I put the gas on the tank, and I go to weld it, and the regulator was bad, so it leaked all of the gas. So that was like $100 I spent that I had to go buy another bottle and then buy the regulator. I was like, I'm not in a rush to get this done, which is why it took me so long to happen. Then when I finally change the regulator, I get a new bottle of gas. I have the hinges. I go to weld it, and then the daggone thing just won't, like, it won't. The metal won't melt, and I can't get it on. I was so done, like so done with the whole situation, and I'm trying to film it at the same time because I need document that I fixed it, because I'm like, I've been telling y'all to remind me to fix it for like over a year, and if I don't put it on video, and now I kind of dug myself a hole because I said in like all three or both or all three of those videos, I'm like, hey, remind me to paint the hinges. Guess what? It's been a month and I still haven't bought the damn paint.
Do I
So
need to send you a can of paint?
no, I'm gonna go get it. This is so.
But
The
you pushed
reason-
through and you got it done, and that's what we wanted to see.
Yeah, but now I have to finish it. Like I have to put the paint on it. But the problem is this, right? I want to get the paint from a specific place, and I don't go out to where the specific place is very often. So I mean, that's the problem. Like I could go to Lowe's right up the street or Home Depot right up the street and buy a can of high temperature paint. Yeah, but I want to go to the specific Ace Hardware because they sell charcoal that I can't get at like the Lowe's or the Home Depot. So I want to go in there and like make a trip out of it.
There you go.
So and it's only like 20 minutes away. It's just I haven't
So,
gone out there.
So you're saying painting these hinges is going to be $100?
No, it better not. I'm going in there and I actually have a lot of charcoal in my garage that I need to use. So I'm not buying anything extra. But I can go in there and I can look at Big Green Egg accessories. They have like other things in there to look at. You know, it's like the kid in the candy store type stuff. So that's why I want to go out there and make it a trip. Using my phone to make videos, having a hard time. All right. So Justin says he's using his phone to make videos, having a hard time looking at the lens instead of the screen.
That's
So
hard.
it is very
That's real hard.
So
I'm having a hard time now.
And I tell you, so when I'm doing the live stream, right, and I'm trying to because there's three of us here, it cuts the camera. Like, so here's my field of view and it's only this big, but normally you would see 3 times that. So what you have to do is maybe you need to put a dot or something on the phone, like above or below, and where the camera lens is, and where the lens is, so that you can remember to look at that and not. And I've talked about this before, and I can show you. Where's my camera? I have another camera in my pocket. Hold on. I've talked about this before with the viewfinder on my camera. So here's my camera. This is my B-roll camera, my old camera, right? The lens flips up. And because the lens flips up, so hey, you can see yourself. Because the lens flips up, when I'm looking at the lens, so I'm looking here, it looks like I'm looking here. So what I've gotten accustomed to doing is looking here more often, so that when I look here, it doesn't look like I'm looking at the lens directly. It because it's the same plane of vision. Now, if you have a camera where the flip screen comes out to the side, you're going to be doing this and looking off to the side, and you can see your eyes looking off to the side. So I've talked about it before. Casey Neistat, that's why he wore sunglasses, so he could look at the viewfinder. So Grumpus, if you have some, cover some shades for your glass, it might help. And
it just takes a lot of practice.
yes,
Just learn to look. Stop looking at yourself. You already know what you look like.
yeah.
So just look at the camera. But it is hard to train yourself to do.
And then one of the other things too, with the camera being like this, and me being able to see, it gives me a better depth of frame because I can see what's in it. Like if you notice some of the the videos on, like when I'm doing on the side of the house and I hold the camera up and I'm like finding the grills behind me. And the hard part, like I'm trying to hold on one second. Let me do this. All right. So I'm behind me, right? And you see me like trying to point to something, and it's like
It's
you gotta
backwards.
yes, yes, you gotta remember that.
I miss it every time.
Yeah, yeah. So Todd says, take it. It takes practice, and or put a sticker on there to remind you. So I said something similar. I think Todd uses his phone to film a lot of his videos, and he's pretty good. The best people who are filming with their phones that you don't realize are using their phones are the ones, excuse me, that have gotten enough practice with it. All right, so we could do this, but we're missing. So this gives me a better field of view, right? Because we're not like this anymore. Uh, let's see.
Yeah, but you can see all the junk in my room now.
All right, I will put it back like this, Grumpus. Jeez.
I'll put it the way you like it.
Oh, it doesn't matter to me. I could just mute you and kick you out.
I can stay home, be treated like that.
I know, for free, right? Oh man, look, who is this? The Wrath person, Nikuju. Hi, I see you. It's like, notice me, senpai. Notice me.
That's a new one to me.
I know, right? I I don't know if I can. Let's see. We're gonna put them on timeout. Thank you. All right, so this has been very fun and entertaining. I really want to thank you guys for being able to hang out, and Steven,
Thanks for
what
having me, Dad. Thanks for having me.
man, you are always welcome, sir. So what I'll do, like I said, I will try and keep in mind whenever I do this again, where I try to talk to you guys. And or if you guys want to join me, just let me know, and we can go from there. Look, I'm about to wrap up, and here comes CJ bringing in the rear.
Well, let's not talk about CJ's rear.
CJ, what's up?
Well, this has been a lot of fun, Dash.
And no problem, no problem. I really, like I said, I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. And as you see, yeah, we're not going to talk about CJ's rear.
I'm sure it's okay. I'm sure it's all right, but it's got a crack in it.
It's a big crack too, Grumpus. Big crack. Hey, you know what? Every now and again, I'm sure Melissa's foot has been up in there too.
Oh, no doubt. Maybe his own head.
Wait, Grumpus.
Hey, CJ, we love you.
Yeah. They heard you talking about Curry and had to bomb the chat. Yeah, I guess so, Brian. Good for man. All good dudes. Have a great night, fellas. Thank you, Todd. Definitely appreciate you being here.
Good
as
night,
well.
Todd. Good night.
Yeah, this is definitely very interesting for me. I usually do my live streams solo by myself, so having folks on guests, I know CJ is definitely a pro at that, and Kent as well, from doing the hot seats. But this is interesting, and like I said, there's a little more moving pieces. But I'm definitely glad that those of you guys who are here got to experience this. And just like I said, if you want to join me, my email is out there. And actually, before I forget, let me post the link for the video for tomorrow. That's the thing. You guys are still here.
Well, thanks for letting me crash the party. It's been fun.
Yeah, no problem. Definitely appreciate you hanging out. Like that's been
Glad
more
being
fun.
here, Dad. Glad.
This is my Wednesday night. This is what I do.
Well, I am, I'm hearing that more and more, and I am so very grateful that you take the time to hang out with me on a Wednesday night. And by me, I mean us too. Let's see. FCB said, "Great stream, gents." Papa Bear said, "That's Justin again." He said, "Enjoyed the live show this way. Make it a monthly thing." All right, maybe we can.
That might not be a bad idea.
Yeah, right. Maybe the first Wednesday of the month we can, because this is the first Wednesday of the month, so maybe we can do that. Justin, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Yeah. B says I like StreamYard streams. Perfect. All right. Well, gentlemen, I thank you very much. Y'all want to still hang out and talk, or y'all ready to go to bed?
What time is it? I'll be up for
Midnight,
hours.
midnight, yeah.
Hey, it's midnight. Oh yeah,
Su-
we just turned the clock back, so we're an hour behind right now. So I feel like Grumpus, usually feels, because he's an hour behind me. So, but look, Steven, man, you be easy, man. Hopefully everything is good.
Steven, it's been
Everything,
fun.
Yeah,
everything's cool, man.
yes. Well, I'm glad. Like I said, all the best to the missus and Jacqueline. So you definitely take care. Don't
Steven,
forget.
look, watch your mailbox. I got the package sending your way.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
I tried to send.
it's take a while. It's take a while these days because
Oh yeah, they said they said 2-3 weeks.
I tried to send them something during the height of COVID, and it never got there.
Well, I
but
hope they said get hijacked.
because I went to collect some Uncle Steve's products. I got that. When I was talking to the postal worker, she told me that people collecting stuff from since last year.
Wow,
So
Last year?
wow.
What? Well, maybe Steven, there's still some hope, man. That
yeah,
package might
Well,
come.
still have some hope.
let me be the first to say Merry Christmas.
Same to you.
Yeah, if you wish it to him now, he'll get it by Christmas. Darn, we should have wished it to him in July. Then
There
he
you
really
go.
would have had it. Oh man! All right. Well, thank you guys again for hanging out.
Yeah, that's
All
thanks
right,
once
thanks for
again.
having me.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for accepting the call, man. You guys were the brave souls who were like, all right, I'll shoot you an email and I'll join you on the live stream. So
Well,
I'm very
let me tell
appreciative.
you, this is the first one I've jumped in on.
You were on one before.
Yeah, but I had audio issues again.
True. It was probably the same
It's the
the
same
same
thing. It
thing.
was
Yeah.
Oculus. It was the Oculus issue. So I think I've rounded the corner on that.
Well, maybe you just need to plug it into her computer.
Maybe I need to
Or
see you in 3D.
all right, I'm
Give us a spin.
I'm you don't want to see me in 3D. Trust me. But I might be coming out to Texas in February this year.
Well, I'm looking
February.
forward to it. I hope the COVID doesn't cancel everything.
Yeah,
But I've had a lot of people saying they're going to head this direction, and I will definitely be there if I'm allowed in.
I think you know what I'm talking about, and I was invited. So I'm looking forward to it. And if it becomes an annual trip, me going to Texas, then I'm all for it.
It,
Definitely.
this may be our own Texas version of Burning Man.
Oh, literally. Hey, well, look, you guys definitely take care. Thank you again so very much.
All right, thanks for having me.
No problem. You guys drop off, and I'll end the stream in a couple of moments. I'm just going to say bye to everybody else.
Everybody in the comments, I couldn't respond, but I saw what you were saying, and I appreciate everything.
Good night, all.
Good night, Stephen.
Oh, good night.
Good night. Everybody be safe.
Yes. All right, that was definitely fun. Brian says he got his Uncle Steve's quick, just a few days, but he's local. COVID was over yesterday. Yeah. All right, Papa Bear says, nice to meet you, Grumpus and Steven. So Grumpus, you can probably hang out and switch over to the other or to the YouTube channel, and then you can see the comments. So I saw him drop off of the StreamYard thing. And I guess rightfully so, there is a yawn. So I I really appreciate you guys who are here and hanging out. If you haven't already, here is the link to the video for tomorrow. It's a welding video, Brian. It's a welding video. Oh man, Grumpus and Steven are back in the chat. Boom, like they never left. All right. So if you haven't and don't know, you can. Can I? Grumpus says he needs polka. No, man, you just have to. Gotta be an adult. Have a grown man's bladder, I guess. But you're off of the camera now. You can go away, and you don't even have to have the polka playing. Mm. I finally finished my coffee, so I'm going to finish up and lay myself down. Here's the welding tutorials for beginners. I am no welding instructor. You need to do some warning when you're going to be doing a StreamYard. So, B, it was just suggested that maybe I do this live stream with you guys, like once a month. We do this type of live stream, and maybe we can make it the first Wednesday of the month. So then we have some sort of schedule and we can kind of know when it's going to happen so we can kind of plan accordingly. Excuse me. We can plan accordingly. So, thank you, Jimmy. Jimmy said he enjoyed it. Night, guys. Glad to hear. Glad to hear. So, all right. I guess I am going to end this in a. Let's see. How long have I been on? 2 hours and 21 minutes. We might as well talk until 11:30. I mean, that's only right, right? I'm sitting here. I got my own bag of candy because we didn't send our kids out trick-or-treating. What we did was we bought a big old bag of candy and they each got some. So it was, but I told my wife I wanted some of the candy too. So, mm, 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 putting the Kinkelman's sauces back. Orange sauce, man. I can make some orange chicken with this. Is there yeah, it is. Combine 1 pound boneless, skinless chicken. Cut into 1-inch squares. 1 teaspoon of the soy sauce. Clove garlic. Heat. 3 tablespoons vegetable oil. Large skillet over medium-high heat. Coat chicken with a 1/4 cup cornstarch and cook. Layer. Add a teaspoon of crushed red pepper. Cook and stir. Turn off heat. Stir in 2/3 of a cup of orange sauce. Garnish with sliced green onion and toasted sesame seeds. Now I know how to make orange chicken. Man candy is 60% off at Kroger. Man, I wish. No, the FCB, I didn't siphon off the best candy. Funny enough, I got my own my own bag of candy. But usually when I take them trick or treating, usually I take out taste tester number 2 and taste tester number 3. Where we go trick or treating, the adults, like, they have as much fun sitting out and handing out candy to the other adults. But I typically take a 6-pack of beer with me and I'm drinking as I'm walking around, or I'll get replenished as I'm walking around because some of the parents have beer for the parents walking around. So yeah. Grumpus says I only buy candy Then I turned the porch lights off. Yeah. FCB says I heard on the radio that 84% of parents admit to taking candy from the kids. I call BS that it's only 84%. I mean, some people have crazy willpower. I just wait till they sleep. There's a pop candy, mama, but this was my own candy. Carlos says the P.F. Chang's orange sauce makes a really good orange teriyaki chicken. All right. My boy made out like a bandit for his first Halloween. He probably got candy from you all. Did you take him trick-or-treating, Brian? Hey, thank you, Laura. Have a good night. Just gonna run. Take care. Hey, good night, all. These things, though, they're the best thing in this bag in candy. It was a mixed bag of candy. So was these sour things, some sweet tarts, bottle caps, which I'm not 100% the biggest fan of, lemon heads, super bubble. This stuff lasts for like 30 seconds to gum. And then there was 2 different types of nerds, strawberry nerds and the grape nerds. Not to be confused with the pink and the purple Kool-Aid. Justin says, any more Blackstone cooks coming down the line? So I have cooked on it. I just haven't necessarily filmed the cooks. I've just had to cook stuff for dinner, or I'm cooking something quicker for breakfast, and I haven't filmed it. I talked last week or 2 weeks ago, I think I did, about Scrapple, and Scrapple was one of the things that I cooked on it recently, but I didn't film a video on it. FCB, you're the second person that I've seen talk about Baby Ruths. A friend of mine said that Baby Ruths were better than Snickers. I wanted to fight him. Snickers, best chocolate candy out there. Yeah. I'm looking for more of the sour candy I just had. I think I ate them all. Nerds, you're up. Oh, wait, I forgot. There's some Nowlators in there. How do you pronounce this? These candies here. I, being from Philadelphia, we call them, y'all ready for this? Nowlators. Nowlators. Because they're now and later. But nobody says now and later. You just put it all together. Nowlators. All right. So there's this cherry, there's grape, and a lemon. I think it's lemon. Maybe it's banana. Oh, this one's banana. But yeah, Nowlators. I especially love the chewy Nowlators. Look, Justin's got it right. He says Nowlator. Justin said just did a chorizo and eggs on the Blackstone. That's what's up. One of the problems I have with the Blackstone I have is because it's the tabletop one. I find when I'm cooking for myself, or if I'm cooking for myself, then it's cool. But if I'm trying to cook something for my family, it's like no dice. But I will let you guys in on a little secret. I made smash burgers. Man, they were good. Oh, Grumpus says he has 0 trick-or-treaters. We had 0 trick-or-treaters too, but that could have also been because we turned the lights out in the front of the house and didn't have the light on in the in the front room. We were kind of trying to deter the trick-or-treaters. It's just one of those things where it's like you need everybody to stay home to, help. And then you want to send your kids out to go and touch things that other people are giving them. And yeah. Anyway. Da-da-da. More candy for me, Grumpy says. Yes, indeed. Mm-hmm. Justin says he has a 36-inch Blackstone. He cooks on his all the time. So when I first got that griddle, I mean, I had it for like 2 months before I used it. And I was like, what am I going to use it for? And I've been using it more and more to cook breakfast on. I've been cooking like breakfast meat, beef bacon, turkey bacon, sausage, scrapple. It's a griddle. But I find that it's not big enough for me to cook an entire meal for my family. So that means I'm cooking in batches, which means I'm cooking longer if I'm cooking something for the family. Carlos says, don't forget white chocolate cookies and cream Hershey's. I'll take the Snickers over the white chocolate cookies and cream. I really like the original Hershey's bar, like the original Hershey's chocolate bar. But again, that's just me. FCB says, is the 18-inch Blackstone big enough for a family of 3? It might be, but I would recommend like the 24-inch one because it'll give you more control, more burners. Like the one that I have, and I can't remember if it's 12 inches or if it's like, it's whatever the tabletop one is. But there's one single burner, and there's really no cool zone or a place where I can cool stuff off. Like I can put stuff in the corners of the perimeter, but it's not the same. If you get one of the bigger ones, you can actually, even if it has 2 burners, you could turn one of the burners off, and you'll have a cool side and a hot side, or a hot side and a warm side, or whatever. Grumpa says, I didn't expect any, but still, I bought leftover candy for me. Yeah. Heck yeah, man. It's funny. My wife, I work from home on Tuesdays. So yesterday, my wife says, hey, can I go with you to pick up the kids from school? I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. So then she gets in the van, and she says, hey, you think we can go get candy? That's why you wanted to go. So we went and got candy from CVS, and of course it was like 50% off. And then I get home, and taste tester number 2 walks home with one of the other kids from the school. He walks the other little boy home. Got a little job walking the boy home. And when he got home and saw my wife had this candy, he's like, Daddy, can you take me to the store so I can go buy? I'm like, yeah, great. So I took him to the store and he bought his own. Actually, I'm sitting at the dining room table. That's his candy. He told me I could have the Reese's Pieces. But nope. Justin says the tabletop is 17 inches. Okay. And it's not necessarily the sorry, sticky candy. The reason I would say get something a little bit bigger is to have multiple burners. That is the one limitation. If you're cooking 2 non-similar meats or 2 non-similar things, you can't turn the heat down enough to, like, whatever it is you're cooking, you have to take it off of the griddle. I made some turkey ham and potatoes, like a home fry type thing. Nah, man, I didn't raid his candy. Grumpus, I left his candy alone. I had my own candy. that I'm not supposed to be eating. So, nope, I'm not taking any more of this candy. But I have definitely raided their stash and taken their candy in the past. You know, I'm a part of that 84% for sure. Anyway, I cooked this turkey ham and these potatoes, and my potatoes they were darker than I wanted them to be. They weren't burnt or anything, but they were definitely darker than I wanted them to be because I pushed them off to the side, but I had no place to put them to take them off of the heat like completely. So, like I said, the potatoes got darker than I wanted them to be. Skinner Farms, hello, how you doing this evening? Hopefully all is well. I'm actually going to be wrapping up the live stream momentarily here while I am here and you are here so late. You are rewarded with the video that's going to go live tomorrow. So, all right, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. I can't say thank you enough for hanging out. And if you want me to do this again with the live stream with other folks on, you know, definitely we can talk about it at the next live stream, and or you know, we can make this a monthly thing as Justin suggested. So maybe we could do that, which I think might be kind of cool. FCB says, have a nice evening. All bedtime for me. Yes, sir. Me too. I'm definitely going to bed. All right, guys. Thank you so very much for hanging out. I definitely appreciate you guys being here. If you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up button for me. I'd greatly appreciate it. Justin says, good night, all. Thanks for having me on. It's been a pleasure. No problem. The pleasure was all mine, Stephen. For sure. For sure. Holy cow. 33 thumbs up. If you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up button for me. I'd greatly appreciate it. All right, guys. I am going to end this live stream or the live stream. And I'll see you guys next week.